I know. I was making sure. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Game Over Greggy Show. I'm one of your hosts, Greg Miller, alongside the producer slash seducer, Nick Scarpino.
I need a massage.
Why are you in the nice shirt today?
Because we did those school photos.
Oh, you mean the patreon.com/kindafunny mail tier for the month of September?
And here's what happened. I put this shirt on. I was like, oh, this shirt actually looks pretty good on me today. And then I remembered someone in the Twitch chat earlier today said that the gray shirt that I was wearing, maybe it was too big and I looked stupid.
You did, yeah. The morning show said
He was
that.
like, you look too small and you're not buff.
That's not
And I
what
was
he
like,
wants.
Well, you're in a Jackman off. You need to show the guns. You need to see what's going on. Look at the definition you've got going on right here in the veins in your hand.
in my wrist.
Have you asked Hugh Jackman to have a muscle competition?
No, my
that's what you
ultimate
should
goal
do.
for the Jackman off, which is between myself and Darren Brazil.
The jack off, as
is,
they like to call it.
Yeah,
no,
when we shorten it up, we call it the jack off.
I know.
We call it the Jackman off. Is that by
But when we're in a
January
hurry, we
5th,
call it the jack off.
Whichever one of us looks better, more like Hugh Jackman, we win.
Oh, you mentioned
but
that.
I want to get Hugh Jackman in to judge this competition.
Everybody tweet at Hugh Jackman.
What about a Hugh Jackman lookalike?
If you have a Hugh Jackman lookalike,
I've got a whole
I'll sign up
army in
for
my
just
closet.
a person named Hugh.
Yeah.
If you just know someone named Hugh.
Or someone with muscles and a beard.
Over there, the pure one at Tim Gettys.
That's the most. That is my favorite Nick Scarpino shirt. You debuted it at Kinda Funny Live too.
I did.
And I was like,
Wearing
damn,
it every
Nick
day
looked
ever
good
since. Thank
in
you.
that shirt.
You do look good, man.
great
It
shirt.
Wear it
works.
more.
And this
Wear
is
it
Kind
all
of Funny Live 2015.
No, it's confusing.
Yes.
It's episode
So many
199, but then it got posted on Patreon as 200, and but it wasn't even live yet, and they're figuring that all out over there, so don't worry about it. Over here, making her Game Over Greggy Show debut, Sloane Earl.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, guys. So happy to be here.
Now, a lot of times people come on the show, Sloane.
Tell me.
They got something to promote. They're here to do this thing. They want people to go check out this thing. You're here because you're awesome.
I also have one of those things now, though.
What?
A motorcycle related.
You want to pimp something?
I want to. Can I pimp it right now?
Sure.
Because it just.
Well, I mean, remember, I think this is going to come into play in Nick's topic.
You
can pimp it right now if you
I
want.
want to wait for the pimping.
Okay.
But I am just here to have fun.
Yeah.
But it just happens to coincide
Well, it's just that
with the recent
I met
pimpery.
you through a young French-Canadian woman named Geneviève Saint-Onge.
Never heard of it.
And I met you, and I was like, you need to come regale us with stories.
I'd love to.
Because you are a fascinating, interesting person.
Thank you.
I call you the
Don't
well.
set me up.
Because you're deep, and you got
So
things in there.
So
and I like to
deep.
take my bucket and just put it down
Just
inside you.
dunk it right in. You never know what you're gonna.
Exactly.
You never know what's gonna come up. A clown, maybe some fresh well water.
Exactly. Yeah.
You never know.
A skull.
We'll find out. Skull.
If you didn't know, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Game Over Greggy Show. Each and every week, 4, sometimes 5 best friends gather on this table. Each bring a random topic discussion for your amusement. If you like that, head over to patreon.com/kindafunny, where you can get each and every episode early. How early, Nick?
So, like right now, you can be watching it right now with us.
Possibly. Still not sure if the live stream's working over there. Usually, you can watch it live as we record it, or you can pick it up Friday as an MP3 or video. If you don't want to do any of that, you have no bucks to toss our way, no big deal. Head over to youtube.com/kindafunny, where you can get the entire show broken up topic by topic, day by day, until it goes up as one big video and MP3 the following Friday. Gentlemen and Sloane.
Yeah, yes, thanks.
No problem. I want to make sure you
appreciate
understand that you're represented here.
Yep.
Last night,
Yeah.
I went to a little show called Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, you did.
WWE Monday Night Raw. I believe the longest running television program of all time, or some garbage like that. Live event thing, something like that. Doesn't matter.
That went in Law and Order.
And I was there with Cool Greg. I was there with Kevin. I was there with James Burke. James Burke. I'll tell you right now, in terms of the people I like, he's always rising on the list. Every time I hang out with this kid,
He's
I'm
not
like,
high yet, but he's rising.
He's rising.
he's a young prospect. He's an upstart on the cool kid list that Greg knows.
Has he been on the show?
No.
Okay, absolutely.
He's been on the wrestling streams before. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
boy.
He's not. You're like a McDonald's All-American.
Great.
Where you just came on, you're sinking threes, and I'm
Take
like,
it.
get up here, get on the show. James Burke's out there in AA, AAA. He's working out the kinks, doing all these different things. He's trying to prove something.
Maybe
The
someday.
The scouts are telling him, Sloane, you're too old, give it up. You can't
too
get on the
old.
list. And he's like, no,
Stalking,
I'm gonna eat
my
wings and
dream.
drink beer, and I'm gonna impress Greg, and he's doing
Oh,
it.
these
Yeah.
are
He's
all
doing
great
it.
things.
I
think, for you.
digress. I'm driving home from the wrestling competition. The whole thing was very nostalgic for me, this Raw.
In what way?
Growing up, I was a
Wrestling
huge wrestling
Wrestling
fan,
fan.
right?
Oh, okay.
So like, I did the normal, little boy thing where you watch wrestling and it's Hogan and the Warrior and you're into it and you love it and it's great. And your parents take you and you're all wide-eyed watching Undertaker fight Undertaker. It's amazing.
Obviously, sweat flying in your face. Love it,
Exactly,
love
yeah.
it.
Just really tight tights, really making you
tightest.
understand
The ones that
yourself.
you're wearing, or the
Yeah,
ones
of
that they're
course,
wearing.
of
Okay,
course, yeah,
both.
yeah,
Yeah.
both.
Got it.
And then in high school was when the Attitude Era hit and Stone Cold and The Rock and all that stuff, and it brought people back in, and it was like, hey, we're gonna make references to sex on TV, and so all these high school boys are like, we're watching this, we want to know what's going on, what's happening over there. Are you finally changing out
outta
the chair?
here.
What?
Are you finally changing out the
I
chair?
was just seeing if Cool Greg could make me a coffee.
So I'm there.
We're live now.
I come back. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying this wrestling competition. I'm having fun. We leave and I'm driving and I'm flooded with all this memory. Like I was at the show being like, man, I haven't been to a WWE show in a while. I'm seeing it right there. I had great seats. It reminded me of SummerSlam 94 with my folks.
Nice.
Forget.
Exactly. Reminded me of SummerSlam in LA that one time I went with Jose. I digress. But I get in the car and I'm driving home and I'm thinking back on all this. And I'm going back through this and I'm like, well, I wonder what it would be like to be able to have those touchstones, to go back and talk to myself in high school, to go back and talk to myself as a kid watching this thing. And then I play around, I always want, it's a story as old as time, how I'd really like to figure out how to break time travel in a way that
Pretty sure you would break the time continuum.
well, see, this is where the hang up is, and I haven't figured it out. Because anybody can
Science.
time travel backwards, but
Literally anybody.
You don't want to throw it off. What I'm trying to figure out is how can I get Benjamin Franklin right before he
Great
dies,
guy.
but not where he's like sick and he's about to die. Pause him.
Sexy
bring
25-year-old
him-
Benjamin Franklin?
See,
no.
no.
Tight tights?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I digress.
I just
Keep
want to
going.
talk to him and show him the iPhone and stuff, and be
Show
like,
him the
look
iPhone
at,
X.
look at all this technology we have, Sloane. You know what I mean?
So
but Benjamin Franklin.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking about myself, and then I started thinking about, would young Greg think that I'm cool? Would this be a thing? So my question, my topic is to all of you:
That's interesting.
are you cool? Are you cool, Tim Gettys?
I'm not cool. I think those are two very different questions, though. Would young Tim think old Tim is cool? Absolutely.
But no-
but I'm not cool. Because that's different.
See,
I'm
I
not
don't- I don't
cool
agree.
in the general public.
Why not?
Because I'm just definitely not. I've seen people that are similar to me,
Yeah.
but they're cool, and I'm
What?
like, I'm not them. So
You're wearing a bomber jacket.
I know, right?
That's cool.
Yeah, that's like.
But maybe the outside's cool, not the inside.
Not the inside. The
Yeah,
inside's
I don't know.
orange.
No, the inside. I meant the
Yeah.
metaphorical
Oh,
self.
yeah, no. It's just like.
You're just insulting the jacket he's wearing in front of you. Like,
Yeah, no.
Hideous. No,
I'm
no,
definitely
no,
not
no,
cool.
The jacket's cool. Yeah.
Decidedly.
I don't agree with that at all. Sloane, are you cool?
Yeah.
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 You're cool.
Thanks.
Like, I just fucking walked in and I saw your helmet. I'm like, well, she got here in a very
It's
cool
a helmet I wear
fashion.
all the time to
I drove
protect
a Prius
myself.
C.
I wear it to bed. I wear it on dates. It has a brace in it
Yeah, oh,
for my
wow.
mouth.
Yeah, yeah.
No, it's a helmet for motorcycle.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Also, I wear a helmet to bed just in case.
I think, and the more I thought about it last night, I'm cool. I think I'm cool. Like, I'm a dork, but I'm cool. So we'll get to that in a second.
yeah.
not.
Nick, are you cool?
I have
Wait,
moments-
which part am I? Am I a dork or?
Not cool.
Let's go back.
I'm cool. God damn it!
Greg Miller is not cool.
What?
I'm sorry.
Do you know how many platinum trophies I have? Do you know my PSN level?
That's cool. Oh, that's actually cool. I actually legitimately.
I think I have moments of coolness.
Yeah.
I don't think I walk around cool all the time. I
Yeah.
think every
Nobody
once in a while
does.
I see myself do
Well, no,
something.
don't get ahead of yourself. Cool Greg is cool. Cool Greg, give me a walk through.
Greg,
Just
look,
behind. Just
come
give me a
on.
walk through the ring. This is a cool man who is cool at all times. Cool Greg and Sloane are in the same bucket. Cool at all times.
Damn.
But that's just cool Greg.
It is different types of cool. Though.
Yeah.
I mean, my brother's a good example of someone that I look at where I'm like, he's very similar to me.
cool.
Yeah.
He's
Outta here.
cool.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah.
And I'm not.
Yeah.
There's a fine line between the two of you.
Yeah.
But on one side of that line is cool. The other side of that line is you.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. I would say
get
you're
it.
cool.
I'm not though.
I think
Nick is cool.
You think
we're
Nick's
all
cooler
cool.
than you? Okay. Okay.
The thing is, Nick, there are moments, and I say a lot of moments, where I'm like, if I had to decide, is Nick cool or not? I think at the end of the day, I'd probably still say no. But
Interesting.
But
But I think we all think we're cool because we're all nerds, right? So
see,
we're all-
that's what there's like a whole bunch that gets.
See, that's the thing. Well, no, it's not this. That's the thing is that I think going back and talking to Greg in high school, and even then I was like, well, not in high school, I guess. In high school, I had my friends and I was funny, and you know what I mean. But like, I wasn't like cool.
I was not cool.
No, what were you in
I
high
was
school?
fat and I dressed as Pikachu, not on Halloween, and
Halloween.
I still love dragons. but I-
Cosplayer just go.
All you have to do
I
is
just
say
sometimes
that.
wear
You can
Pikachu
stop.
costumes.
You're
I'm
good.
just-
If you say
Greg,
just
next.
Pikachu and
Save
not
me, Greg.
Halloween,
Save-
that's
No,
save
I
me
wanna
right
hear all
now.
about this.
That's it. That's all you get. Use your
Why?
imagination. I was total dork.
So is that the thing? Is that we just came into our own? Because I was a
think
big dork.
Everybody who's cool now was not cool in high school. That is, I think that's a very, there's a lot of data for that on the internet and there's science. Benjamin Franklin would agree.
Sure, of course, yeah. He definitely
He
founded
definitely
this
agree.
principle.
He's like, Pikachu, love it.
I think that's the part of it, though, where I think I'm a dork and I am a dork and all, but dorks are cool now, right? We won. The nerds have inherited the
That's
earth.
what
Yeah.
the dorks think. That's what the
What do you
dorks
mean that's
say.
what we think?
It's
No.
like, that's like being, okay, fine. It's acceptable. Cool is not the word. Cool.
well-
When you think cool, take away like,
Cool's
are you
relative,
cool? Asking
though,
yourself,
I
are you
guess.
cool? You need to think, what is cool? And then
But that's
describe
relative.
those
That's
things.
totally relative to
It is.
everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also, all the cool kids in high school peaked in high school. Can I say that?
Sure.
I think cool.
I mean, probably. I don't know.
I think like Steve
I don't know any of them.
McQueen.
I don't talk to him anymore.
Right. I think every time you see a picture of Steve McQueen, you're like, fuck.
God, he's so cool.
He was fucking cool.
What was he
right?
like in high school, though?
He was probably cool.
Yeah, you're
Steve
right.
McQueen was fucking cool.
So if I say right now,
didn't
who's
care.
cool? A blank slate. Who are you gonna say?
Who's
A person right now alive? Cool.
Han Solo.
other than cool, Greg?
Han Solo's
We've already established.
Yeah.
We have a friend named Tybee Diskin. Her Instagram, I
He
think.
just
that's
clearly made that up. He just
fake.
clearly
No,
made that up.
it's
not.
We have a friend
Hold on.
named Mr.
I want
I
to
want to
Mixelplick.
find her Instagram. Her Instagram is hello, TYBEEREN.
Hello, Tybee.
Everything she's ever done or said to me, every picture I've ever seen of her, I'm like, fuck, you're so cool.
Yeah, but
She's
that's
always
curated cool. That's internet curated cool.
No, I've hung out with her
Which doesn't mean she's not
many
cool.
times.
Oh, she's cool in real life.
She's
too.
cool. She's always cool.
Is she watching?
Everything she does oozes
so
cool.
If she's watching, she's cool.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That was the test.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
you
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
get away.
of course. Yeah, exactly.
See, I think of guys like I feel like a Michael Fassbender is cool. You know,
Hollywood
Now-
could be
that
made
guy.
cool.
He's
But
cool
is he-
as well.
Suave or
He's
different
cool
things.
on
He's-
film.
Exactly. Is he cool or does he play cool people?
I think he plays cool people.
Fonzie's
I don't know him
I've
at
never
all.
hung
Fonzie, of course. Well, no. See, that's there you go. Well, a fictional character of Fonzie is cool. Henry Winkler is a lovable dork. He's not cool at all.
What about in Arrested Development? Are you all well versed?
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, not cool. Michael Cera as George Michael.
Yeah. Not cool.
Not cool at all.
No.
But like Michael Cera seems like he's cool sometimes, but he's not. He's a terrible dork, but he's kind of cool. How do you gauge that?
No,
Okay.
Michael Cera's not cool
The Rock is cool.
by definition.
But he's not
Michael
cool.
Cera's the least
I
cool
agree. I
person.
agree.
I
but
agree with
then
you, and I want to go
people
there.
think
Got too close to your nose on that one.
people think
In my nose on that one, you know, I don't care. This is
but people
surprising.
think Michael Cera's cool. I'm just asking
In
you about
real
dork.
life?
Yeah, like people think he's cool because he's such a dork. I
In
don't know
real
where I'm
life.
going with this. In real life.
See, I don't. I haven't had that report. I'll tell you. I think Jonah Hill's cool.
What?
In real life.
Because he's like a chubby dude who probably smokes weed all the time.
Yep.
Well, yeah, and he's like, I remember I watched some interview with him where somebody asked a really dumb question of like, how do you? It was something to the effect of like, oh, it was after he lost the weight, and they were like, oh, so now is it hard for you? You've always been the fat guy in Hollywood, and now you're not the fat guy.
You've
Is
been
it
the fat
is it
guy.
hard to be
Chris
the not?
Farley's out.
And like he listened and let them finish the question. And he just goes, does anybody else have any non-stupid questions? Yeah, and I forget what
that's
else
cool.
too. And I know that there's some rock to throw at Jonah Hill. I forget where he did something where he got in a fight with somebody and called them hard R or something to that effect. But he apologized for it
Hard R.
after the fact.
He
Like,
did, I think.
he calls me a retard or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But is that what it was?
It was
That's
something
not
like
cool.
that.
It was
He
something like that.
apologized.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
can't remember.
You know, like, that's the whole thing. Everybody is stupid.
Everyone's done something.
Look, I think we're all cool. I'm just gonna. I'm cool.
I don't like
I'm
that Tim
cool.
doesn't
I'm
think he's
telling
cool.
you.
Then no one's cool.
What? I said the four of us. It was not the royal we. It
Yeah, I
was
just
just
feel like
us.
you meet people in life where you look at them and you're like, this person has sort of like an effortless like coolness about them, you know. And then you see a bunch of your friends. And I guess
that.
you can start to break that down with anyone, especially with celebrities or people who are on camera. Like, yeah, there is a cultivated, like curated coolness to them. Right?
Curated
Like you're not allowing someone to take a picture of you while you're taking a shit on Instagram or something like that.
Wait,
Although,
what?
cool.
Rahul
Go
does
back
that
to
once.
what?
Wait, what? That's not how-
Expound.
Does do that. But you know what I mean? Like like in your Instagram photos are the ones that are curated. They're the ones where you look coolest. Like I follow you on Instagram at dickpics, right?
Yep.
How you spell that?
That's me. It's DIKPIX.
There he is.
That'll be what's up to. She doesn't
No
have a
dicks.
Twitter.
Dick
No
pic.
dicks.
It's fantastic.
But-
Yeah, no dicks
No
yet.
dicks yet.
Don't put yourself in a corner.
Day is early.
I know,
Boys.
exactly. Like, why are you saying there can't ever be any dick pics?
You're right.
But like, you know, those photos are great. It's you on motorcycles, you hanging out with your friends, like riding, and it's fucking cool.
See, and that's
But
the
they're
annoying thing
all-
about you is that you're cool on your curated list, and then when you hang out with you as well.
I just got snot on the
Like at your
microphone. Is that
birthday
cool?
party I went to down at the Christie Fields or whatever, you had all your friends there and they're all cool and they all have cool trendy things. And one guy had a drone, everybody's drinking, having fun, and like eating crazy. And then you're like, well, I'm like, you should come on the show. You're like, sure, but I'm going to Burning Man. I'm going to do this thing. I'm riding motorcycles. I'm down the coast.
Yeah.
You went to Comic-Con and cosplayed as Red Sonja.
Yeah, it was great.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's
that was cool. That was fun. I just wanted to wear a chainmail bikini and throw a sword around.
Sure, and I'm sure everyone was very respectful to you about it.
Absolutely respectful.
Yeah? Really?
Yeah, actually,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
because I think they were scared. 'Cause I'm very tall.
You are, yeah.
Is that sword real? And I would just look at them,
Yeah.
and then they would shiver, but they'd be like a little aroused and scared at the same time.
Sure.
Which I think
That's the
Place to
coolest.
be.
That's
We
the
all
coolest.
love
That's
it.
the
That's the best
little
place
that's
to
the
be.
margins you want to exist in.
I think that also
Aroused
there
and
is the old
excited.
adage of like, if you think you're cool, you're not cool, right? Like all those out there who think I'm,
But I
I'm
just said-
definitely cool, then it's not
Right?
cool to think you're cool.
Boxes you in.
I don't know.
That's what Tim's doing.
No.
Tim is so,
He's so
cool
cool.
and wanting to be cool that he's saying he's not
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Recently,
Mind games.
In real life, my girlfriend Gia came up to me and was like, "Hey, am I cool?" And
Gia's
it's
cool.
an easy answer. No, she's not. Gia's
What?
not cool. She's not cool.
Gia has great
we just
style.
gotta be real,
What
guys.
is this
Have you met Gia? Have you hung out with Gia?
Cool needs to be
She drinks
earned.
wine. Oh, she was at the housewarming. You would have met her real quick.
Cool
Oh,
is
I
a
didn't meet her,
thing.
but I haven't like
she
hung
drinks a
out
lot.
with
She
her.
drinks
born.
wine. She's funny. She's got
What's
an
up with
adult
you?
job.
You can
She's
fake
an
it.
adult.
You can fake being
can
cool.
try to
You
fake
can
it.
act
Does she
cool.
listen to
Yeah.
this? Does she know he said she's not
Oh,
cool?
she's definitely gonna listen to this.
Oh, okay.
Break
Absolutely.
up with his
I
ass.
told
Just kidding.
her
He's a nice
when
boy.
she asked me, and she was like, "Do you think you're cool?" I'm like, "No, we're not cool.
But I see. Okay, this is confusing. So you two are not cool together.
We're just not cool."
Maybe that makes you cool though.
No,
You just don't want to
Gia's
be
pretty
cool.
cool around.
Gia's got good style.
Yeah.
She's well spoken. She's
Yeah.
well educated.
She's educated.
good looking.
All right.
She takes good care
None of
of
those
herself.
She's
things
freaky.
Are
That's
like
cool. Oh, she's freaky too.
traditional.
I love
Right there,
that.
she is kind
Freaky
of a nerd,
cool.
though. Like when you
Fuck,
talk to
But
her,
these are
you're
all
like,
great
you're kind of a
things.
nerd.
These are all
Yeah.
cool things.
Not a nerd. I mean, by the way, we should clarify, of course, that being a nerd or a dork is not necessarily. It's not a bad
It's
thing.
great.
Clearly,
It's
we are-
always
we-
positive.
I
Look
fucking
at this set. Look at this photo
We're
right
dorks.
here.
We are dorks. We're allowed to say it and talk about it. But I mean, we're
You know,
cool.
wear it with pride.
You can be
hey,
both.
this is
You
tough.
can say,
You can
like,
be
dude,
both.
you know
You
what
can be
else
both.
is cool? Like, going to Hot Topic and like buying cool Hot
No, that's
Topic
not-
clothes.
Now they do have a lot of good Funko Pops.
I'm
No,
not
let's not
also
knock
put
the
that
Funko Pop selection.
on the internet from the privacy of your own home, and you never have to leave your house. You know,
Yeah.
so you don't have to go to Hot Topic.
George Clooney's cool. You know,
George Clooney's fucking cool.
George Clooney. You think George Clooney? You're like, damn, man. I'd like to hang out with him if that's okay.
But
with
I
him."
don't
You
know,
what I mean?
him.
Like, he's
him in
cool.
real life.
Exactly.
You don't know these
Dude,
people in real life.
I mean, you look at his life, right? Well, granted, you don't know anyone.
you
don't
look at
really
his
know what they're
look at
like.
his
But he-
Instagram and Facebook page. I mean,
No,
you
but
know.
I mean, he married a beautiful woman who was like a human rights lawyer and like.
Stacy Keebler.
That's
does
cool.
all
No,
sorts
he
of
didn't marry
No,
Stacy
no,
Keebler,
no, no.
and that's why he's dead to me. All right.
He did fuck
You
up.
know,
Stacey
Not
Keebler, salt of the earth. I was there from the beginning.
started his own. He's a Omega ambassador for Omega watches, which is kind of cool. He started his own tequila brand and then sold it for like $500 million. or some
But
shit
didn't
like that.
people?
That's
Didn't his
pretty cool.
PR firm do all of this stuff?
Yeah, but he's the face of it.
But is he the
But isn't
figurehead?
that cool that you have other people doing it for you?
That is cool, actually. But
you
is it
just
cool in the
show up and
pretentious,
people are
curated
like,
cool?
Yeah, but it's
tough.
not. It's not.
Nobody else.
It's cool. You just do cool stuff, and you think you're cool in a casual way, and other people are like, "That's cool." I think that's cool.
Like,
Did that
here's-
make sense?
I mentioned it earlier. Another
makes
person that I
sense.
think is cool is The Rock. And
Rock is
Dwayne The Rock
100%
Johnson?
cool.
And
Yes.
here's why The
he
Rock
is very cool.
Aside from being a beautiful specimen of a
Beautiful,
human being,
a big man.
Aside from looking
Throw me
like
around
all
like a
like
sack of
God
potatoes.
gave him everything, and then
Probably
took what was
could,
left
right?
over that crumbled off his shoulders and put it on me.
Right. Oh,
The Rock's good looking. He's well spoken. He's super talented.
Seems
and
like
he's
a
also
nice
really
guy.
fucking
Yes,
nice.
exactly.
Yeah,
Seems like
so
a goddamn nice
that's
guy.
cool to me, right? But he's also very inspirational, right? He's
Right,
in that
yep.
gym like 5-6 hours
Yeah,
a day. or whatever the fuck
Instagramming
he does to
himself.
get that
Yep.
body.
He's doing it himself.
That's the thing about
like
The
that.
Rock. Comparing to George Clooney or another Steve McQueen or Michael Cera in terms of like
I regret
who's cool.
saying all that.
We don't know what they're up to. The Rock is
We
sharing
know.
it all the
know it
time.
all.
He's doing
He's
this.
like-
Possible that there's
He's like
things we
taking
don't know.
selfies
He's
on
stopping the car. He's
toilet,
getting out. He's
motivational
taking
cat posters.
exactly. He's
No.
taking photos with the military. He's talking about this. His dog falls in the pool. He jumps in to save it. You know what I mean?
that's it.
This guy is salt of the earth. He's real cool, and he was a nerd as well.
Okay.
What? I love that.
No,
He's cooler.
Greg, he was a nerd in that Central Intelligence movie, not in real life.
He was very
He wore
overweight. That was real
glasses in one
footage.
movie.
Thank you for following me on
I think
that.
that was CG, Greg.
But it's cool that he wasn't cool back. Like there is a pupa stage there of The Rock when you see these
Say
things, and
pupa
he's like in
stage,
trouble,
yeah.
and he talks about it all exactly when he was the Pebble, and he's talking about how he was in trouble with the law and is down on his luck and had no money, and he made it all happen. Here he is, and he's taking it every day, not for granted. He's doing push-ups.
And he's shiny.
He's shiny as
Shiny
hell.
and buff.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
a smile on his
he,
face.
Now, a lot
Ugh.
of people would look at The Rock and say, there's something about him that's familiar. I can't put my finger on it. What it is, of course, is the vein in his head has the definition that the veins in Nick's hands do. Jack went off 2017.
Jack,
If you
let's get The
Google
Rock
who is cool,
on the judging table.
Fonzie comes up, and that's pretty much it.
That's it.
Yeah, there's no one
the
else
person that comes
definitively
up?
cool.
Did you just Google
I
it?
just Googled it, yeah.
The Fonz definitely had that
The
carefree
Fonz is going to
attitude.
be the thumbnail for this.
Is it?
Definitely.
Wow.
Nothing more relevant than the Fonz, right?
I mean, there's no
Why
like,
don't you use
like
The Rock? We just talked
Indiana
about The Rock.
Jones. Indiana Jones.
Just the
We
Rock.
used to
Fictional.
rock all
Well, yeah, okay. No, I was about to yell about fictional character, but the
Indiana
font.
Jones.
Fonzie.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
cool.
Yeah. So, what do you define as cool then, Tim?
I don't know.
You just know when you see it, it's like
Yeah.
it's like
I think
pornography.
I think that really has a lot to do with it. It's just you just know. There's just some
It's just a
factor
feeling.
about it where you're just like, fuck, that's it. I think it's something. You're born with it, and even if you're a fake character, it's just
Maybe.
like it's just this essence thing of just.
I just will never know. We'll never have a.
It's one of those
Find
things,
that
right?
definition.
What's the old adage where it's like the guy senator was talking about porn. Where he's like, I don't have a definition for porn, but I know it when I see it.
I know when I see it. Yeah, exactly.
That's cool,
amazing.
right?
Yeah.
Like I was at the Mission the other day, right? And by the way, the Mission's like I took my wife to the Alamo Draft House for the first
It's
time.
my favorite place in the world.
Great, and she freaking loved it. We went and saw patty cakes, and we already did the review on that on the morning show. But we were walking across the street, and this girl was coming toward us, right? Mid-20s, beautifully styled, and had like really well-placed tattoos. You know, the kind of tattoos where you're like, I couldn't have done that. I would not have thought to. Like, she had a triangle that was right in between her bosoms, like right on her chest, right here. But that went down just the right amount, so that when her blouse was like she was wearing something with a slightly lower cut, you could just see it a little bit, but not distastefully. And my wife and I passed this girl, and we both looked at each other, and we were like, fuck.
She's
That
cool.
girl was cool. Like that was. She just looked like she looked as she was walking across the street that the day was hers, and we were just borrowing a little bit of that time.
I like
from her,
that. Yeah,
you know.
You saying
And that's
that
awesome.
reminds me of
Man.
someone else that's undeniably cool, Griffin Ramsey.
Great name. I
Sam
don't know who that
Ramsey's
is.
She's Jeff's wife.
You would like Griffin.
She
No.
is one of the coolest people I've ever been around.
So you don't know her, lives in Austin, Texas, has a really cool haircut, has really cool family, has tattoos like crazy.
Great.
And then does chainsaw art where she takes the log and makes it into statues and shit.
See
What?
everything you just said.
Yeah.
Like all those
She's
things.
so cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I feel like there are certain aspects that if you do all the things,
want that.
it helps you
Friendship.
try to be cool. But not everyone. You need to be born with a little something that when you do those things, it works.
Who's cool?
No, fuck Lou.
Medina is fucking cool.
He's fucking
Kino
cool.
Okay.
Wolf on Twitter.
Yeah, okay, great.
He's
He's
cool.
so cool. Somebody carbon copied Drake. That's all it is, all right? That's all he does.
But Drake's cool.
Drake's cool.
But what I wanna-
which is hard for me to wrap my head
We've
around.
stumbled into something here, and I don't want to let it
He
get
is
away.
now, though.
Yeah,
he
but
is.
Jay-Z's
society
cool.
says he's cool.
No, but he is though.
Is he cool?
Lou's
I've been out of the
cool.
loop. No,
I don't know
Drake.
anything about Drake in real life, but I know Lou's cool. The only thing I don't like about Lou is that he introduced these weird sweatpants to Tim now, and he wears them all the time.
Joggers? I'm not wearing them now.
I know, not now, but I'm just saying, like, when...
Yeah, the funny thing is he actually had to look to make sure he
Oh my
wasn't
God.
wearing the joggers before he said
Are
it.
they under
Oh,
the
no.
jeans?
You've stumbled into something interesting here. When he mentioned tattoos, I jumped to Jeff Ramsey's cool. And then you bring up Griffin, and then Millie is cool as well. Their daughter, who's like, what, 10?
I will argue that Jeff Ramsey is cool, and here's why he's cool. Because if you told him to his face that he was cool, he'd be like, I'm not cool. He would argue with you and maybe get
like
into a
that.
fisticuff with you because
like
he's not
that.
cool. But he's got 78 tattoos.
What?
And he has that air of
got,
like,
like, the sleeves.
He just
Oh my
doesn't
God.
fucking
Where does he
care.
keep them all?
He
It's
does
not-
have that on
But it's
there,
not
yeah.
that he doesn't not care. It's just like, nothing's really going to bother me today
He
because I'm just...
gives the right amount of fucks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is to say,
important.
at any given time, it's a sliding scale of fucks.
It could be 0.
But
A
while I'm
sliding scale
I'm
of
giving all the
fucks.
fucks in a situation that clearly needs 0 fucks, he's over there on the 0 side, going like, Nick, you're doing it wrong.
That's
Wow.
true.
He's cool. And
He is cool.
He gets custom Vans, which I'm like, I noticed. I was like, dude, are those custom Vans? He's like, yeah.
Yeah.
You
The
can
way
get,
he said it
you can
was
get
cool.
custom Converse. Go get custom Converse.
That's not cool.
What?
I'm joking.
This is
Custom Converse are cool.
self-imposed. Okay.
So now, Tim, you don't think you're cool.
joking.
No.
But to younger Tim in high school, would you be cool?
Yeah.
You would.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that's
Your
again,
dream
I think
Tim.
that's that's the thing. It's a different question. It's
Yeah,
like
that was a different
it's
question.
cool that you end up being your dream you.
Is it a different question though? Because you're the one who decides what cool is. If you're cool to your younger self,
That's
then
not no. Like,
there's no. This is like trying to review video games on a 100-point scale. There's no scientific method to tell you what it
Exactly.
nets out
but
to.
I feel like it's
Feeling.
different because it's like, are you asking, are you cool in the general sense compared to everybody else? Whereas
I think, do
when
you think you're
asking
cool is a
yourself,
good
do you think,
question.
yeah, do you think you're cool
I think that's a good
based on who you are?
yeah.
in your bubble, in yourself, your
Yeah,
little bubble.
it's
That's all you
just
got.
You're just worried about you and your thoughts about what's cool. I look at G-Eazy. He's a rapper.
G-Eazy.
Not going to comment on the quality of his raps. Not gonna,
Sure.
I look at him and I'm like, fuck, that guy's cool. Like, he tries really hard to be cool, but it works. And there's just something about the way his body looks, the way that his hair flows
Okay.
and shit that I'm like,
Okay.
every picture he takes, I'm like, I will never take a picture that looks that cool. No matter if I was wearing the same clothes,
know who tries
if
to
I
do
was in
that?
the same shape.
Who I don't
Andy
think is cool,
Cortez.
The Weeknd. Every time I see pictures of The Weeknd, I'm like, I don't know if that guy's very cool. I just don't.
Well, you shouldn't have taken the name The Weeknd. The Weeknd's real cool.
It is a fucking cool name.
Weekend's pretty cool.
I lost it. There was some great example I had, but you kept
Do you
going.
guys know
No,
Rich
that was
Chigga? Do you guys know Rich Chigga?
No. Who's
what?
that?
He's this like 16-year-old rapper from Indonesia.
He's not
And
cool.
he's Asian and he's super dorky. He wears like polo shirts and a fanny pack, but his lyrics and his rap is amazing. And I watched a video online of like all these hardcore rappers watching him rap, and it just like blew their minds. And it's amazing.
Like there
just
are
check it
people out there who have so much talent that no matter how
Exactly.
dorky they are, they hit cool.
Right, his voice
like,
was
look at Logic,
so good, and
he
his
doesn't look
rhymes
cool.
were
But then you
amazing.
start
And
hearing
they
him,
just,
you hear his, and you're like, he's fucking
Yeah.
cool. He's so talented. He's fucking cool.
yeah,
That's a
even
great
if they
question,
don't look
yeah.
cool. On
Tim,
the
is
outside,
Logic cool?
You know?
Tim is now the
Is
judge
what
of cool. Logic, the rapper Logic.
Can we officially name Tim the judge of cool?
I mean, I don't agree with his barometer,
I don't
but
either. I think
he's so hung up on what general society thinks
like
is cool. I
nominate
guess he
him.
is our
Is
best
this
conduit.
mug cool?
No.
It's not.
It's not even ironically
it's
funny.
kinda cool.
It's just annoying. That's how big that mug is.
Nick, why is it all jingly jangly here? I can't tighten it. Make me rock hard, Nick.
All those muscles,
Logic is
put those
Logic is
muscles to
cool.
use.
Logic is cool.
That's fine.
But again, it goes back to the G-Eazy thing of like Logic looks cool in pictures. Logic can pull shit off that I couldn't, no matter how hard I tried.
But now you're comparing yourself
yeah,
to Logic.
because I'm not cool. He is. He can do the things. I can't.
We're just never
All right,
gonna
here.
know.
How about
We're
this?
just never
Then?
gonna
Hit
know.
me.
I think it's we're shaking up here on what's happening.
I'm gonna fix this later because I'm sure it's.
Oh my God,
hideously
such a
annoying for
gentleman.
people listening.
Sure, we'll stop
Such
jingle
a
jangling this thing
gentleman.
around. Is Troy Baker cool?
Troy Baker is the essence of cool. Yes.
Do you know Troy Baker?
No.
Okay, he's a voice actor. He always wears scarves and hats.
Troy
He's very
Baker's
cool.
fucking
What does he?
cool.
What does he do voice acting for?
Everything. I mean,
He
he's
sounds cool.
Yeah, he's in Last of Us. He's Joel in Last of Us. He's Nate's brother in Uncharted. He's
What? He sounds great.
He's the Joker in Origins. He's Batman in Telltale's Batman.
He's very in demand.
And
He was-
he wears scarves.
He was
He was a lot of scarves.
Cloud
His
Strike
guitar.
7 in Final Fantasy, whatever the
What?
fuck.
Hot.
I don't know. I thought he
He's
was gonna
really
get mad at
good
me.
He's extremely good looking.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks he's
Lightning, right?
24,
No.
but
What?
he's like
150.
59.
He's a
than me,
vampire.
yeah.
He sounds pretty cool.
We're
He's
gonna-
very
I'm gonna
cool.
call him. I wanna
Every
see what
time
he
you
does.
see him, he has different hair, and it always works. I think hair is a key
Hair is
to
a
being
key
cool.
component to coolness. John Hamm.
John Hamm.
He
You
went to
know why?
Mizzou. Of course he's cool.
He's also cool because the dorky roles he plays in other shows, like Kimmy
But
Schmidt.
he plays the dork
I
roles.
love
and
it.
everyone's like, he's so funny. He's got a sense of humor. But he goes right back to being cool.
I love it. Oh,
Badass hair.
John Hamm.
Big penis.
He's got a great face, big penis.
Don't bring that up.
You've
Don't
seen
bring
it?
that up
I
on
knew
that.
it.
So weird.
They call it
Don't
the
do that.
Mizzou
Don't bring
The
that
more
up.
chiseled,
Mamma
the more
Not
chiseled the
bring it
jaw, the bigger.
He doesn't
the
want people
penis.
talking about it. He's talked about that. He doesn't want people talking about it.
People talking about his dick.
Yeah. Because they took that.
John Hamm.
Yeah.
Or?
First world problem.
Nah, Troy's not there. That's fine.
He'll call back.
Not, well, that's the thing too. A cool person won't
Because-
answer their phone.
I know. Do any of you answer your phones?
So cool.
No, but I'm always afraid
I
it's
do.
gonna be.
All the
Me too.
time.
I'm always afraid it's gonna be somebody like you owe me $400,000.
Someone from Idaho
Like,
called me
really?
today. It was the wrong number.
You picked it up?
I'm not cool.
Okay, you're making a,
You're cool,
a
Tim.
very good point on this.
Now,
not
let me
cool
ask.
thing.
Let me ask you guys this very important question.
Yeah.
Because some people will be like, you know what's really cool? Not buying into the need to upgrade your iDevices every year.
Bam.
And I haven't upgraded in like 6 years. That's pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
No.
Look at this cool phone.
It's not, but
Yeah,
isn't
you're
it?
too far behind. You know,
Yeah,
if
what
you got
gen-
like a
what gen
2-year,
iPhone is that?
3-year
I don't even need it. I don't need it to even work.
Is that a
really.
flip phone?
It's like a kind of. This is a Nokia original Nokia
blue brick.
8100
Is that
or
a-
whatever. Yeah, the blue brick.
Sloane,
Yes.
what's your topic?
Oh, all right. Well, we're going to talk about your worst dating experiences,
Mm.
and I'll start it off. What do you think?
Oh,
Right now,
I like
are
that.
you? Give everyone your update status. Are you single?
Uh,
Oh,
It's complicated on
Complicated.
I'm seeing someone.
Okay.
Yeah, cool guy. Anyway.
What
Tim
makes
will be
him
the
cool?
judge of
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No, it's new, and I don't want to.
Okay,
I don't
okay,
wanna
don't-
get all
yeah, don't get ahead of
weird
yourself.
and
I understand.
then- Yeah, I
Okay,
don't want
cool.
to
Fine,
get.
don't worry
but
about it, don't worry
nice,
about it.
nice people.
How
nice
new is it?
people. Like a month or so.
Okay,
Month or
okay,
two.
cool.
Yeah, 3 years.
We're not rushing into anything.
We're not rushing into anything.
What's his telephone number, Greg? We'll call him. real quick.
I'll give it to you right now. Yeah, call him up. He'll answer. I'm so sorry if you're watching. He's not watching. He's not watching. All right, let me tell my story now, okay? I'm going to
it.
make it short and sweet and give you the highlights.
No,
but
I want the.
No,
I
I'm not
feel like
gonna-
you're gonna have great stories.
I've got a few. One guy brought his mom. That's not the story I'm going to tell you. These are
That's
first
the
date
story that needs
experiences,
to be
by the
told,
way. He wore a bow tie, too, and he was 5 inches shorter than he said he would be, and he was really nervous. So he brought his mom because he lied about his height. Anyway, look. I want to tell you another story.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that date did not go well.
It didn't go well. I stayed for like an hour because his mom was hilarious.
Was his mom just like, look, I get it. Okay.
I've seen my son.
Like,
for
I'll
the
buy you a
last-
cup of coffee if you just humor us for an hour, and then
I
we'll
spent
take
the last
Squiggy
how
out.
many years did he say it was? 32? Okay.
Yeah.
He's
57-year-old man. He's
57, yeah.
5'2".
No, this one guy showed up and he thought he was hot shit. He worked at some unknown tech company, Google.
Okay.
And he just showed up and thought he was the tits, as the kids say. And he was already wasted. It was like 7:30 p.m. and I was wearing a RoboCop T-shirt.
Fuck yeah.
And
Fuck
it was
yeah, you
really
were.
tight. I'm just saying, but it looked good. He kept staring at my RoboCop boobs all night.
Oh, okay.
Tried to slither his hand under my butt. He would also just text and look away, and then just stare at my boobs, and then go back to the phone, and then just keep talking. And eventually, he looked at my boobs for about 8 seconds, and then he went like this and did a face dive into my boobs.
Jesus.
Really?
Just
fucking went for it.
Straight for it.
was just hypnotized.
Waist.
What did the staff of this TGI Fridays
I
think?
could not get their attention. TGI Fridays. It was yeah, Red Lobster.
Yeah.
No, and
out.
and then I slapped him in the face and laughed, and I went, "What do you think you're doing, bro?" And then he went, "I was just trying to thank RoboCop for his excellent service to the city of Detroit." I was like, "Damn!"
Almost saved himself with that
It
one.
was so good.
That was good.
It was so
Yeah.
good.
How, now,
It was a
real
total
question.
douchebag.
Were you like, oh, I should hang in here for
I
a
was
few
like,
more
you're
minutes? This guy's got
you're
some
getting
fingers.
laid
This guy's
tonight.
got it. This guy's got it.
No, it did not end well for him. He tried to kiss me, and I ducked, and he fell, and the door guy laughed, and I ran away. It was awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, he was.
That's
he
the
was
kind
a
of guy
turd.
that when you
the
get
kinda guy you
about
wanna have
an hour
children with.
into, you go, hold on, I'll be right back. And then never
Well, the
come
thing
back.
is, yeah, that's brilliant. But the server had my credit card, and I could not get their attention. Stupid, I know. And so I had to go up and try to get the card from them. And then I turn around, and he's standing right behind me, like smelling my hair. And he's like, "You got this, babe?" I'm like, "Oh, you're the worst."
This guy,
There's something fun about
he's
that.
got confidence.
He's
I'll
got-
tell him that.
I don't know where it
It's
came
that,
from.
it's that thing. How many times do you think that works? That-
One
It
in
only
three.
has to work
No.
once, right?
Yeah, exactly. Right?
Exactly. No, it was garbage. But it was really my only bad experience. But it was kind of funny. Now it's a great story.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
That's
But then I
face
was
dive
like,
into the
That's
boobs.
kinda
I mean,
creepy.
that's like
face dive with a good
that's
line.
a,
It was
That's actually
bold
sexual
move.
assault.
The
Yeah.
boldest
Yeah.
moves.
He sexually assaulted you.
bizarre. And he would be like, "Ladies love me." I'm like, who?
What ladies do you know?
You're like, what, you mean like
Lady, your
ladies,
mom?
like
She
a
probably doesn't
60
love you.
70-year-old? Yeah.
Yeah, but it was great. Next, top that. That's
No,
the new
there's
topic.
no way. I
That's
don't,
that
yeah,
story.
that's the thing. Ours are all just awkward, nerdy stuff. You know what I
love
mean?
that,
But
though.
I feel like for people like that, people dating like that and being assholes like that, it has to have worked once or with somebody or right? Because like even the 2 weekends ago, Jen's sister was in town and we went down to the Embarcadero and we were turning our
Nice.
bikes. And it was Jen, her sister, on a tandem, rolling it up, and me off to the side with my single. Of course,
Tandems are terrible.
course it
idea.
was.
they're French tourists, French Canadian
They're
tourists.
French. They're French.
And as we were rolling up, a guy ran over and like didn't grab anybody, but was like to Jen's sister, like, excuse me, I'm sorry, I just have to say you're one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen. And it was just that thing of like, I'd be like, we're good. And like, oh, sorry, bro, didn't know they were with you. And like backed off.
They're
It's just
both
like,
my wives.
yeah, exactly. We are here from
Did
Utah.
They just reset for the next girl.
Exactly. That was the thing. They
He
fell
just
off.
hides
And
in the bush and waits.
but it's like at some point that must have worked for them, right?
I'm sure it does, and I'm sure at some point,
no.
like you use the shotgun methodology, right? Which is like
Yeah,
you
spray
just
it everywhere.
hit on 20
Spray it
girls,
everywhere.
and one of them will be either drunk enough or have low enough
I
self-esteem
think
to fall
that's
for that
it.
shit.
I think he was just shooting too high. You
Yeah.
know, you gotta. It,
Dude,
it
I
must
mean,
have
there-
worked.
look,
Shoot for the moon, you might land on a star.
There you go.
Or
He
bed
was
of
telling
clouds.
himself that the whole time.
I mean, pickup lines are a thing. They work. It's just like people say they don't work.
some women.
They absolutely do work.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people they don't work on. But
Yeah.
I mean, just think about it. There's a reason that they are like the tropiest thing in the world. It's because people fall for that shit.
Well, now it's my thing with it is, did anyone ever fall for it, or was it always a conversation starter?
No, people fall for it.
Really?
Yeah, kids are dumb as fuck. And like a lot of people never stop being a kid.
I wish women used more pickup lines. Like I wish women.
I wish women
just-
picked up guys.
That's
'Cause back
that's
when
what I
was
meant. There you
dating,
go,
That's
guys.
not how that worked. I never had one girl hit on me ever. It was weird.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Tell us all your.
When did you grow
tell
up?
us all your secrets.
1942?
Yeah,
In
it
the
was
90s. 1942.
I mean, no, I'm always
you look at a woman,
fascinated.
you got to marry her.
You saw her. That was the only way you can get her.
She showed me right below her knee, guys. It's
Showed
pretty
me her
serious.
ankles.
Saw some ankles and that
And-
sweet ass United. No, I'm fascinated by dating right now because I've
Yeah,
been
it's
with my
bizarre.
wife for 10 years now. We celebrated our 5-year anniversary last month. Thank you. But we met 10 years ago and we've been together pretty much ever since.
Wow.
And so think about the technology that's come about in the last 10 years, namely like smartphones,
Robot sex dolls.
Like, I mean, I had a
Oh.
BlackBerry when I met my wife. And I was a brand new BlackBerry, and she
still have
dropped
one
it,
now.
and I called her irresponsible, and she never let me live that down to this day. She was like, it was an accident. And I was like, I got so mad. 'Cause I was like, it doesn't matter.
You're
I
irresponsible.
was like, that's really
And now we're all
irresponsible. And
dropping
my
our
wife is the
iPhone
most
X's in the
responsible
toilets
person.
and whatever, you know.
But I think about this all the time. I'm like, who would I be if I were dating right now? And I'd probably be terrible.
You just put photos of Hugh Jackman on all your dating apps.
No, but I feel like I would do exactly what those guys on the bike were doing, right? Where
online.
Online. No, not
And that's the weird thing where it's like, online, it's acceptable.
Yeah.
But I don't think you would, man. I think it's hard because when you look at
I just
yourself,
meant as far as the numbers game is concerned, right?
Oh, yeah.
So if I were online
shotgun
dating or
effect.
Tinder or whatever, that's what you do, right? 30 a day, and then eventually one girl's gonna be like, this guy's
She's got first-hand
what I'm looking
information.
for.
Yeah, I really think that if somebody goes in with, like, I put that I love dragons on all my dating apps because I love dragons.
Sure.
And I get a lot of really funny, like, tomes of people writing how they want to squire me about town and, what's my favorite dragon. And that's great. We talk about fantasy novels and what?
Yeah.
Cisco, the dragon.
Cisco from the Thong Song now calls himself the dragon.
Oh, that's top 20 dragons of all time.
Of course.
And I think that guys who really focus and answer and don't have a one-liner or don't have something that looks like insert your name here.
Yeah.
That gets me and my friends. I think that's, but it depends on your demographic too. Maybe I'm not the demographic of spray it everywhere. Some girls were like, "Oh my God, you think I'm hot?" And then
There's a lot of those.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
think
thing.
so. I think
there's
so.
a butt ton of those people out there.
Yeah. I think there are a lot of women who like the confidence boost at the end of the night. They look at all the comments they do send.
Isn't
So
that all
it's
the
kind of
Tinder
shallow
is, though?
on
Isn't
both
it
ends.
just like hoping at the end of the day that you're gonna have more like
Well, I think
people
Tinder
who
also
liked
is
you
kinda
than
sprayed
didn't like you?
everywhere, sort of thing.
Oh, it definitely is. I mean,
Yeah,
the whole
yeah,
thing is
compared to
whole
the
thing is
other apps.
designed for the spray and pray, right?
Spray and
where we
pray?
just- not spray and pray.
What is the spray and pray?
No, you said spray.
I said spray it
You're
everywhere.
like,
I didn't say spray and
I'm
pray.
not like
I
most
like
girls spray it
spray and
everywhere.
pray.
Out of
Spray works
context,
as
that's
well.
a great one.
Although actually,
The
I think
spray
that
and
matches.
pray.
I think that saying
I
actually
love
does
it.
work because the spray and pray was
it
originally-
can-
and
yeah.
then
That's
pray
what it
gets
was.
something. I
Like bullets,
love
you just
that.
Spray and pray, yeah. It's my first person
hit something,
shooters.
right?
There's like,
Yeah. But it works in dating.
Yeah, that's true. It got
I thought it was
co-opted
just
into
a sexual thing.
like spray and hope the guy she's not
but
pregnant.
it
But yeah, it
started-
used to be like Uzis because
Yeah.
you couldn't aim them. You just
Interesting.
fucking sprayed out
Yeah,
things. and
but it
pray.
works for dating. Absolutely.
It's very true.
Online dating.
Yeah, so I mean, I can't. Like again, I can't fault the guy for running up to her and saying that. I think it's a little inappropriate.
he missed 100% of the shots. And he wasn't
But
like
it's
super
not-
like,
it
yo,
doesn't sound like he was
bitch, or something
creepy,
like, yeah, exactly,
you know?
exactly.
Like, I want to motorboat your butt cheeks, which would have been funny.
Well, I mean, read between the lines.
Excuse me, miss. I would like to
Here's my
motorboat your
phone
butt
number.
cheeks.
Oh, well, that's interesting. Yeah.
It's really funny.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Yeah, I can't imagine. I mean, even though I was single a second ago, but that was my main thing. When before Jen, when I was single, and we talked about it on the show, I'm circling the show right there, this table. It was the thing of like, do I have to start using Tinder? Do I have to figure out how to use all this crap and stuff?
No.
And I didn't know.
You didn't.
Jen
You
just
got
came a
lucky.
call.
Got hit on,
You
dog.
got lucky.
Yeah.
Maybe
you
she
have to.
stalked you.
Is it good? Is it shitty to be single now?
No, it's great. What?
I'm asking. I don't know.
I'm not the
You
right
don't
one
fucking
to
know, whip
ask.
boy.
I like to be
What do you
single.
mean?
Yeah, what the hell? Don't you have a girlfriend
I
who's
was
amazing
single.
and not cool?
You were single for a while.
20
There's
years
a
ago.
gap there.
20 years ago.
I think that when
20 years.
when I think back to my experiences of date, I never had a lot of bad dates. I had a lot of bad. I'm trying to get to know you, and I'm so
Which is a terrible
obviously
idea.
getting friend zoned right now. Like that's what I always had to deal with. Like I'll never forget because
That's
it made me
painful.
very very astute and very very like aware of a girl's feelings of me just by like I
Maybe
could
too much.
tell toward the end of my singlehood. Whether like within like 5 seconds, I'm like, nope, this is not happening. Very nice to meet you. See you later. Because I
But
got
that's how
so
it should be. That's how
yeah,
online
but that's
dating
like
is. You
years
learn
and
to meet
years
someone
of
and you're-
hey, how are you? I'm gonna buy you a bunch of drinks. I think this is going well, and then I look over and they're making out with Ty Root. You know, it was another one of my
Fucking tie.
he used to do it all the time. So yeah, I mean, like I remember one time I was at we were at a bar and I was talking. I've been talking to this girl all night, and I'm like, we are hitting it off, and she's super cute, and this is fantastic. And she literally was like, you should give me your phone, or we should hang out sometime. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds fantastic.
She's like, I'd love a new gay best friend.
And I mean, she literally actually she ended up giving me her phone number, and she wrote it
wow.
on my hand. And she's like, call me sometime.
That
we'll
is
totally
cute,
hang out.
and
I
that
was
would
like,
make
oh,
me
that's
think
great, right?
someone was really into me.
Until she said the
Adorable.
next thing, where she was like, I'm a great wing woman. I will totally go out and we can totally get you girls to like to hang out with. And I was like, I'm sorry. She's like, oh yeah, you know, I think we'll be
that's
really
not
good
what she
friends. She
meant.
literally used the word friends.
But wait, was she cool? And was there a friendly,
She was
friend-worthy
cool, but
aptitude?
I felt no, because and I was a dick. This is me back then. This is not my proudest moment. But I literally looked at her and I was being sincere. I wasn't trying to be an asshole, but I was like, thank you, but I have enough friends.
But I like the honesty.
Yeah.
Then I wiped her number off of my hand
front
with a
of her.
cocktail napkin and dropped it on the
Wow,
floor.
Wow,
and
wow,
walked
wow,
away.
wow. Did you actually?
Yeah.
Was she just staring in disbelief the entire time?
No,
Is that what it-
in
That was
perfect
maybe-
Nick harmony in this to just cap off the
I
situation.
think it's kind of funny now.
To
but
cap
that
off the
was
situation,
definitely a
she was
dick
like,
move.
okay.
But that's great.
She could not have given a fuck, but that was even worse for me.
She
I was like, I
cool
want her to
as
get rage. Like,
she was
wait a
cool
minute,
as
this
a
guy doesn't want me?
cucumber. I'm gonna let you know she was cool as a cucumber. I think that
She was cool.
was cool.
She was a cool person.
She was
It sounds
cool.
like.
She's like, I'm gonna be honest and be friends now. Whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn.
Glad we ended
Cold
it here
as
before
ice.
this all got.
It was not. But again, that was one of those. I misread the signals,
Yeah.
and I acted poorly afterward, and then, it just that's what you have to do.
You just
But
gotta practice.
the only bad dates I've ever had, though, I think were like I had one bad date, but it was clear from the second she walked into the restaurant.
You didn't
and
go out
looked
the
at
bathroom
me.
window then?
For a second, I thought you were going to say the restroom.
No,
She walked into the
It was a
restroom.
bad date from the moment she walked in the men's room. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, I can't,
the way
I
your
can't remember
memoir
how
starts.
I did it. And again, this is like pre-technology, so you had to physically meet someone
You had to
and
light
go,
a
"You're pretty
fire in
cool.
the woods."
Let's hang out sometime soon. Make a date for somewhere in the future, and then hope that whatever you weren't that drunk, that whatever chemistry you had like goes over to when you're sober." And this girl walked in, and we took 2 looks at each other, and we were like, "Oh, this is going to be a long 2 hours."
No.
And I've never seen 2 people eat faster than that. I was like, "How are you? Good. See you
Why
later."
did you even order food? You're like, I have explosive diarrhea. I need to
No,
leave.
because she was
you
nice.
go.
She was a
Nailed it.
cool person,
Never use
and
that
I was a
excuse,
nice
but-
person to her. But then literally we got up. I paid,
Peace.
and we were walking down the street. I was like, "Oh, well, I'll walk you." I was like, "Do you want to go?" There was a bar down the street. I was like, "Do you want to stop off for a cocktail?" And she like kind of looked at me and saw the look in my face. She's like, "Not really."
Oh
and
my
I was
god.
like, "I don't either." And we shook hands
Good.
and left. That
Adults.
was it. Never saw her again.
Yeah, adults.
Yeah,
you
but that
threw
was
the
my-
cocktail napkin at her.
Well, I mean, I copied out her license plate number to kill her later. of course.
Jesus!
But,
Don't say her name right now.
Well, she's dead, so it doesn't matter.
She's dead. She's gone.
No, I mean, but I had a lot of dates like that,
That sucks.
where it was just like, it was just I'm trying to get to know someplace, and there's no chemistry, but you're trying to force it because you're like, maybe if I'm charming enough, it'll click with her.
I think that's why people spend time talking back and forth, at least in my experience on these apps, right? You kind of get to know somebody and you don't
Yeah.
want to go too far, as in like,
You don't have to waste
when are we
$50
gonna
on food.
when are we going to stop chatting and when are we going to meet? But I think it's good to not just let somebody looks hot and then go, because I think your chance of failure is going to be higher.
See, and that's
you
always
know?
the thing you think about. I think about looking back at dating before the technology and the apps, but just in general of like going to a bar, which obviously I was never old enough to do, but like when you're watching a movie of like being in a bar and seeing someone attractive and you walk over and like, hey. Like, clearly I'm here because I want to fuck you. Like, that's what this is. I think you're hot enough to fuck.
That was great. I used to do that all the time in college, and it actually worked. But now I don't think people do that anymore.
Really?
No, people
Really?
definitely.
People just don't hook up
definitely
anymore?
still
They're
do
just like
that.
on their phones. Maybe they do. Maybe I'm just
they do.
out of the
We've seen
bar
it.
scene.
We've seen it happen many times.
I've seen it happen. Yeah, I've seen that happen.
like,
But I
watch
feel
it
like
in the
that's the older
wild?
generation of people. Like, I just don't know if people in their,
That's not the
in their early 20s even have
21-year-olds.
to do that shit anymore. Like, you go to the bar because that's where you're meeting the person. But like, I see so many people on Tinder that it just
I like to
start
think
talking to
people
someone at a
meet
bar and
people
Oh, no.
walk out
organically.
immediately.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
Sure. But I just feel like, I don't know. Like, that's just, like, to me now, if I were single, that takes so much energy. Like, what Sloane's talking about is so much easier. We're like, I'm going to strike up a conversation with this cute redheaded girl that likes dragons. And I'm going to give her my best one line, which is like, you love dragons? Prove it. Who's better, Smog or Pete the Magic? Right? Or, like,
Which is a ridiculous question.
Smog, of course.
Okay, yeah.
Doesn't matter. So that starts the conversation and we go.
Now,
But then it's, sorry.
As a subtopic to this, have you started like weeding people out if they're like, oh, I love Khaleesi's whatever dragon? You're like, get the fuck out of here. You're a Johnny come lately to the dragon game. All right.
Johnny come
Yeah, you make a
lately,
reference to Game of
absolutely.
Thrones. You've only been
Have you
like,
been to
a
a Dragon
cold
Con?
weather dragon
yeah.
fan.
I have
been to
not. I
Dragon
have not
Con?
been to Dragon Con.
Everyone talks to Dragon Con. It's the coolest thing ever. I hear there's a lot of sex there.
What?
Everyone that ever talks
At
about
the
Dragon
con?
Con. Yeah.
Not like it's
Supposedly-
like a panel room, but I mean like there's just people hooking up.
A lot of
They should just do that.
I don't know. if
Pass
those
out
people,
condoms.
I don't want to
The orgy room?
And just let people have an orgy.
The dragon orgy room. You have to be
Lord.
dressed as a
I don't want
dragon.
to think about
Because
it.
I remember we walked into, what was it? It was the one in Plano, Texas. That was
SGC.
The dragon orgy in
Breast-
Plano,
And they
Texas?
had
What are
that
you
big,
talking about?
like Grime was DJing.
Grime, that's when we met
and
Grime.
Everyone at SGC was there. And there was like a funk that kind of came out of that room, and someone was passing around the fucking dolphin.
Yep.
You know the dolphin.
funk dolphin? What are you
Imagine if
talking
all
about?
those people were naked and exchanging bodily fluids. That would be.
It was an inflatable dolphin
Yeah,
for,
yeah.
for anybody wondering what
Oh
Nick
my
meant
god,
by
that would be awesome.
passing around the
There's just
dolphin.
this petrified dolphin people passing around. Every few minutes they put it in this tank and then get it back out and pass it
Why
around.
do they put it in the tanks? Just
So it
like,
stays alive.
So it, like rehydrates.
Yeah.
Rehydrates.
They don't want to kill the dolphin. They just want to crowd serve a dolphin all
Like
day
every
long.
time they take him out of the water, it's just torture.
Please stop!
Kill me!
Grime crabs up there. He's like, yeah, shout out to my dolphin. It's lit.
Thanks for
Oh my
being here,
God.
dolphin.
I'm lucky that I think I've only had one bad first date.
Okay.
And it was in college. And there was some like hot girl in my class, so I was like, all right, I gotta play the long game, figure this out, figure out the scheme, get in there, and I did. And I was like, eventually
Proud of you.
asked her out on a date, and it was Valentine's Day, which that
Ooh.
was a bad call. It just happened to be timing.
It can be a funny good first
Yeah,
date, though.
it might have been like February 13th or some shit, but it was around there, and I was like, all right, this is definitely not off to a great start.
Sure.
Right? We went to Rainforest Cafe,
Yeah,
which was her recommendation, not mine. So I'm
She
like,
sounds
all right,
like a
cool.
real keeper.
So we get there, and it was
you
just
by the
like
monkeys.
immediately, I was just like, man, she just doesn't want to be here. I was like, she dressed up all nice.
She just
and I was
really wanted to
like-
go to the Rainforest Cafe.
and I was just like,
think. She
there's
just
something
wanted
about
to-
this that I'm just like, she's literally just doing this because she feels awkward that I'm in her class, and
Or she didn't want to say no.
She doesn't want to deal with the fact of whatever. And I'm like, well, now it's even worse because
Having a bad
now-
date might make it worse.
That's
Why
what
wouldn't
I'm
she just
saying.
be
And
like,
then the rest of the
nah?
semester was pretty damn weird.
Was
Wait,
it
what happened on the
was this
date,
college or
though?
hay school?
College.
College. Okay.
What happened
Yeah.
on the date?
Nothing.
It was just awkward.
Did it rain inside the cafe while you were there?
It did.
Slam.
It did.
I've never been in one. I just
Oh,
know that it
come
does that.
on.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
1994
let's
nostalgia
go.
right there.
No,
I'm down.
it's just,
Is there one around here?
Yeah.
That's the one I went.
Can we
to.
Can we do another version of the show at the Rainforest
At the Rainforest
Cafe?
Cafe, I don't see
They
why
love
not. They
that.
can't stop it.
But
But the lesson there is be aware of your surroundings. Like think things through.
Like Batman.
Just 'cause
Wild
someone's
animals.
hot,
I
don't
mean-
just go for it.
Oh, you mean in general?
Don't
Yeah.
shit where you eat. Is like a wise.
I
piece
do
of
like
advice.
that.
I think yeah.
None of you guys are having sex with each other, right? Because y'all work together. You don't want to.
No, we've done
Well,
it
I
before.
mean,
We got
I
it out of our
touch-
system real early.
I just
Before
touch
you
Andy a
officially
lot.
got.
We all touch Andy. Andy, come here and get touched. Andy, do you want to be touched?
The second we started talking about touching people, I
hears
think he
you.
ran
He's
off.
gone.
He ran.
Yeah,
He
he's
hears
coming.
you,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
he
yeah.
doesn't want you to come
Landy
into
Pitter
it.
Oh,
Come here.
there he is.
Come here.
Greg's gonna touch you if you come over here, so don't come over here.
Don't come on.
Stopped.
It's your call. Is Nick doing a bit, or am I going to touch you?
No, Greg wants to touch you. We just
What do you
talked
think it
about
is?
touching
Just let him
you.
touch
What do
you.
you
We
think
can
it
move
is?
on to the next topic.
You come
Some
in,
touching.
you're granting him the authority over your body.
It's like a
You do whatever he
vampire.
wants
You know what I
to.
mean? You've invited a vampire into your house.
There it is. The vampires in your
Now,
pants.
thank you for believing or not believing Nick. That's the biggest part. But yeah, I just want to say. Candy
Andy.
Andy.
But there's a sadness behind his eyes. You know, he is beat down. He's Brie Larson
Come
from
back,
the room
Andy.
right now.
Oh my God!
I haven't seen the
Damn.
movie. I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
Really? You got to see it.
Fuck, Nick.
I haven't seen it. I just heard it's good.
How have you not seen that movie? It's great.
It's on my
That's the
it's on my
reference
Amazon
you're
Prime
going
Queue, but to be fair, Biodome was before it, so watched Biodome instead. Then I purposely went out and rented In the Army Now from Amazon as well, just so that I can give Pauly Shore a little bit more money.
I really, and I
Pauly
enjoyed
Shore
you on the
really
morning
needs
show today taking him to task for putting Pauly Shore in a thumbnail. When I saw that thumbnail, I was like, "What the fuck are we thinking right now? Why are we driving people away from
Yeah,
the content?"
Nobody's gonna
Look,
click
it's
on
what
that.
we watched, and if I saw that headline with Pauly Shore there, I would be intrigued. You know,
Oh,
You and
It was
Maybe
either
you're
that-
the demographic.
it was either
You're
that or
the
patty
demographic.
cakes, and no one's heard of that movie. That's all we'd watched over the weekend.
I just feel like there's just better images of Pauly Shore than the one he picked. You know what I mean? That's the other thing
At
too.
least get the face. Like
and Stephen Baldwin was peeing behind. It was a
Oh,
classic.
I know.
scene,
I
guys.
remember the scene. I rember the
Change
scene
the
well.
headline if
Alright.
you don't like it.
It's
you
too
know,
late.
you see
It's
something you
done.
don't like,
It's
put it
all
on there. No one's gonna know.
I still think it sounds like it would suck to be dating right now, but you seem to enjoy it. You're out
I like
there.
it. It's fun.
Yeah?
You know, I go out there, break a few hearts, freak some dudes
I'm
out.
sure you do
work-
break a lot of hearts,
I
huh?
break 'em
Because
all the
again, you're too
time.
cool again.
No,
you got the
but see,
dragons.
all that makes me seem not cool. Is breaking
but-
hearts cool now?
Yes, that's
Oh,
always
I'm
been cool.
breaking 'em left
Every
and
guy loves a
right.
girl who's a heartbreaker, right? You
Yeah,
see that
right up
girl,
on my
you're like,
motorcycle.
"Ah, fucking
Flick,
cool."
flick them in the nips, tell them they look bad. I don't know. How do you break hearts?
nips
I
look
don't
bad?
know. No, them in general. I don't know.
You were right there with the motorcycle thing,
And
but the
then the
nip
nips and
flick
the-
and tell him what was the.
I mean, that
I
would
don't
be
know.
off
Is it-
putting.
That would
weird.
You really
That
would know.
wouldn't endear me to you. to
People
then-
like people like, how'd your date go? I was like, well, it started great, and then out of nowhere,
there was this
she
really
flipped
cool
the
girl
nip.
who came over that I thought I was going to ask out a date. She flicked me in the
flicked
nipple.
me in the nipple and insulted me and drove off.
Yeah,
I'm gonna find her though. I'm intrigued to know more. I guess.
Also a little
Yeah, it does work
heartbroken.
out. It does
No,
work
it's fun.
out.
I like to be single, so for me it's not a big deal, and I
Yeah.
just like to find some fun dates. But you know, just right
Plus,
off
you're
into the
again your
sunset.
freewheeling lifestyle, traveling all over the
freewheeling.
place, doing whatever,
That's
traveling
it.
the world.
That's me.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay.
That's cool stuff.
Nick,
yes.
what's your topic?
Dangerous hobbies.
Oh,
Oh,
we jump
Wonder
right
if
in.
you guys-
There's
Has
something
ever
about
had
it.
any?
I just love it. I just the phrase dangerous hobby.
Like
Yeah.
snake
Because
wrestling.
hobbies is like the lamest word
not.
Yeah,
possible.
hobbies you think Hobby
but
Lobby
dangerous is fucking
It's
badass.
fucking lame.
So
It's
you add
true.
those together.
Well, so we've met a couple times. The last time we actually talked was, I think, it was a housewarming party,
Yep.
and you talked about your passion for riding motorcycles.
Yeah, they're great.
And I used to ride motorcycles, and then I put a motorcycle down. And then I stopped riding motorcycles
Makes
because I was
sense.
like, this hobby is really fucking dangerous.
Scurry, yeah.
It is. Like, if I had been going faster, I might
Yeah.
not be sitting here right now.
Yeah.
And I've been in multiple car accidents before.
Oh,
I used to
yeah.
be a
Well,
really
you should
bad
probably
driver.
just not drive anything.
I know.
think.
They probably shouldn't let me on the road. But
How
so
did
I
you get
wanted to
here?
just
It
open
was
up
a
that,
bus.
ask you, what is it about
Got here
motorcycles?
really fast.
What is it about motorcycles that you love, and how do you do that without acknowledging, or how do you get through the danger of it?
She saw the movie Torque. And she's like, I'm sold.
Fucking Torque is great.
Just love danger. I don't know. It's great. You can fix it with your hands and make it customized. And motorcycles just sound cool and they feel cool. And you're going fast and there's wind in your hair and music in your ears. And you can just leave the house and go camping for 2 days with your stuff on the back of the motorcycle. And you don't need nobody but you and your motorcycle. It's very cool. Cool community.
How'd you get into it?
I always loved I always loved motorcycles. None of my family rode or anything. I just thought they were cool.
Yeah,
Speaking
okay.
of being cool, it's all
Sloane,
ties
the
together.
cool
They're
lady.
so cool. And yeah, I never really worked on cars as a kid, so I thought motorcycles were just so cool. Like having a lot of engineer friends and buddies who were mechanics, I just loved to work on something. So yeah,
Now,
cafe
run me-
racers are sweet.
I was gonna say, run me through the motorcycles that you've owned and or your favorite ones that you've ridden.
Ooh, well,
'Cause you have a lot of pictures on
different
dick pics.
types of, and none of them are
Instagram.
dicks yet.
Just keep waiting one day.
I'm just
Who
gonna keep
knows?
saying
You need
dicks.
to do just one, but try to bury it like deep down. You know what I mean? So it's just
It's like one of those
Honda
images where you have to
CBR,
cross your
CBR,
eyes and you
CBR,
see different things, and it's just
blurred out
it's just a
giant
dick.
dick, and then Ducati. You know, that'd be great.
Yeah, I have a Honda CB 1100 for I don't know.
That is a big bike.
It's a big bike. I can fight zombies in the apocalypse on it, so I'm
Holy
gonna keep her
shit.
for a while.
That is a big bike.
It's my second bike.
What year is it?
It's a 2014.
Okay.
And I love it very much. It's probably the best bike I've ever ridden, except for a customized bike that was a Triumph Scrambler that was completely decked out by somebody down in LA that I would ride for some shoots. But that's
Triumph?
cool.
Scrambler.
Yeah.
Let that sink in.
The Scrambler, and you correct me if I'm wrong because you know a lot more about this, but is sort of a designation of type of motorcycle, right?
Yes.
Where it has those like really gnarly looking exhausts.
Yeah, and this one had two. He
Yeah.
put on two.
It's
and
cool. Kind of dirt
he
bikey,
raised
but
the
not
shocks.
dirt bikey. Kind of street still.
Kind of more street.
Yeah.
More street. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Not to be confused with like the Bonneville, which is
No. Well, similar. Very similar.
but not as sporty.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Not quite as squirrely.
I used
I'd
to
say.
want a Bonneville a lot because that's like
They're
the
cool.
classic bike you think of.
They're cool.
you
They're
know?
not good for long distance.
Well,
Might
I had
hurt
a
your nether regions.
I had a
a
friend who
little
had a
bit.
Thruxton,
It's cool.
which was the cafe racer version of that.
Yeah, it's
and
cool.
he was like, "It's really cool." And then after like his third or fourth ride, he
He's
was
like,
like,
"It's not cool."
you can't do long rides on it. It's the ones where you're like,
But they
hunched
look
over like
so
that.
freaking cool.
They do look cool.
Yeah. Oh, I could do my plug. It's short and
Oh, yeah,
sweet.
she-
I thought we were
So-
playing your Instagram the entire time.
Well, I am
Dick
the
pics.
dick pics. I am the host of the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride, which is this Sunday, and we raise about $5 million worldwide every year. And I'm the first female host of San Francisco, maybe
Hey.
anywhere all over the world. So we do this ride. We're starting in Chrissy Field and ending over the bridge. And we've got like 400 people who are riding. It's all cafe racers, scramblers, custom old school bikes. And everyone wears suits and dresses really
Oh,
dapper.
that's
awesome.
Yeah. So I've got all
That's
these
awesome.
videographers, photographers. I've got thousands of dollars from Triumph, and a lot of the local stores are donating stuff for the best dressed and the people who raise the most money. So it's pretty cool.
That's super cool.
So I just
Is there drones?
volunteered.
You need some
Yeah,
drone
there's some,
shots?
there's some
Some
drone
sweet
footage
drone shots over
happening.
the bridge?
Sweet. Yep.
So that's
yep.
the thing now. Again, you're cool. You're world travel. You're doing all this stuff. You go see random Muse concerts all over the fucking
Last
world.
night. Red Rocks was great.
How amazing was Red Rocks? I've never been.
Well, I
It
lived in
looks so
Colorado for
cool.
6 years. I went to CU.
I watched
where
a lot of
I studied
YouTube
a
videos
lot.
of it.
I didn't study. Yeah, so I used to go every weekend.
It seems
So
like
I
the
went
coolest venue
It's
ever.
the best. It's the best. I would have liked to ride a motorcycle up onto it,
So
but I didn't do that.
what do you
It's
do
illegal.
for money? Like, what do you do? Because you're all over the world, just doing all this different stuff. What do you?
So I work on the cinematic side of video games. So I do
Okay.
business development for my buddy's company, Plastic Wax, in Australia.
Okay.
So I work from San Francisco and just ride my motorcycle around and whip my hair around and go
Sure.
to lunch meetings.
Okay. Cool lunch meetings.
nothing
Cool
like
lunch
lunch
meetings and
lunch
finger
meetings.
gun everybody all the time.
Oh, okay,
Deals,
good.
deals,
Okay,
deals.
that's great.
Yeah, cinematic stuff in engine and
Because you're doing that
You
stuff, and
understand.
that makes sense. Okay, cinematic video games, I understand that bit. But then, like, yeah, your Instagram lately has been all these different things. And you,
Yeah.
one time, we've been trying to set you up on the show forever.
Yeah.
One time, yeah, you were gone on like a week-long ride, and I was like, oh, okay, whatever. And I looked at the photos, and it's like, it's all women, and we're doing this, and I'm like, what the fuck? Who is this woman?
Girl game.
yeah, we did like whitewater rafting and dirt bike racing and waterfall jumping in Washington State.
What organization is that?
It's just a group of like 500 women that put it on, and it's cool.
That sounds like A gang. That's like a roving gang.
Yeah, roving gang. Being polite and cleaning up and recycling.
Yeah, fuck
Damn
everything.
it.
Yeah.
Fuck the
Dangerous
rules.
hobbies.
Exactly. Yeah.
Dangerous hobbies of recycling.
Recycling.
Do you feel like that motorcycle part of you is taking over like your life a bit in terms of like
Totally.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, I love video games. I always have since I was a kid. But man, motorcycles it was my. I didn't know it was my passion. Like it was something I was really passionate about inside, deep inside.
Yeah.
And then it got unleashed.
Yeah.
I just rode a
Great.
moped recently.
Here we go.
How did you
Hawaii.
feel?
I was on it for a couple hours. We went
Wow.
real far. Like
Those things are-
really, really,
Wow.
really far.
Mopeds
And
are the gateway drug to motorcycles.
It was
by the way.
super fun, and it was horrifying the entire time.
Don't get a
I
motorcycle.
rode a, I guess, well, a scooter, but I guess moped is probably the same thing.
Same thing.
In your brain. And so I rode a. Sorry, I was just thinking about the difference between moped. There is a difference between moped and scooter. I just wanted to
thinking about
remember
Hugh
that.
Jackman.
But I rode a
Think about
scooter
it.
in
Sorry.
Thailand, and it was raining, and we were
No.
drunk.
No.
And
What?
It was a scooter that. I mean, you're talking Thailand, where
don't
you're
give
on
a
a beautiful
fuck.
island, but we were at
There's
the
no
nice hotel on the
lanes.
island, and everything else was just like, this is fucking Thailand. And literally,
This is
they
fucking Thailand.
Thailand's fuck.
when they would like, for instance, I think when they would put gas in it, the gas that they had at the gas station for the scooters was
guy with the hose? Like, what
well,
is the gas?
no, it was plastic bottles full of gasoline that you'd pull over,
Sounds
and they would be like,
secure.
you give them money, and they would just uncork like a Crystal Geyser bottle and just pour it into your gas tank. You're like, that could be anything right now. They weren't
Just
well maintained.
Gatorade.
I
Just
guarantee no
Gatorade.
one's checked those motors ever since they bought them, and we got lost, and we were in flip flops. All of us.
I hope
were.
you had an Arrowhead bottle of gas on you
Oh
in case.
my god! Well, luckily they were scooters, so they run for freaking ever. But like we had a full gas tank. But we finally found our way back. But it was
situational.
a very. My wife was on my back, and she was like, "You know what you're doing, right?" I'm like, "No."
No.
I do not know what I'm doing.
Also.
And the people were following me. We met this lovely other couple that was also on their honeymoon.
You ruined
And
their
he was
honeymoon.
just like, dude, we're getting fucking scooters. You guys are awesome. Let's go get drunk. We're getting scooters.
That's actually pretty
And I was
cool.
like, yes. Well, that sounds dangerous. That third part. And it was. But we had a blast.
It
We
was
got
so
back
dangerous.
okay.
We were going on the coast of Hawaii. And it was
Yeah.
freaking gorgeous and
Yeah,
beautiful.
like Tahana?
It was Oahu that we were on.
Cool.
But it was the coolest thing I think I've ever done. Kevin had just his shirt, like a button-up shirt, no undershirt, open, just in the
That's
wind.
cool.
No,
He
Kevin
looked-
is not
dangerous.
cool.
It was
Yes.
pretty cool. He got told to put his shirt on 4 times by different
That's
groups of kids
amazing.
along the way. They were
not
very
cool.
horrified. But there was not once but twice where we lost Kevin because he was trying to go way too fast, and he just like went ahead. We all pulled over to go to this like sightseeing place on a mountain, and we just see Kevin like.
You see
if
Kevin
Just
down the mountain. He's just going
flying.
down the mountain.
He was like leaning forward on the thing, just trying to be aerodynamic, going like you can envision
18
this.
miles
it was,
an hour.
It was like, God damn it, we lose him. He goes down this damn mountain.
funny.
10 minutes later, he comes back and find him. On the night trip back, when we were going home, it was even more scary because it's nighttime and that's how things work. And I was horrified. We're in this group. I'm like, I'm gonna die. The rules in Hawaii, you don't have to wear a helmet, but you do have to wear sunglasses. And I'm like, that's like protective
That's
eyewear.
cool.
And I'm like,
Here in Hawaii, it's not about personal safety. It's about
about looking
cool.
I was like,
Aloha.
Seems like a
Aviators?
weird law.
Cool.
I mean, that makes sense. You should wear eye protection as well, like in case something hits your eye. Or
Yeah, I
or the
get
wind
that.
Makes
But
you.
helmets
Definitely.
totally optional. Anyway, we're all wearing helmets, and we're going. And the other rule is you cannot go on the highway or freeway
Right.
at all with these.
You
little
can't.
Mopeds.
I don't think you can do that here either.
No.
Depending on the CC.
In Hawaii, you definitely can't.
Yeah.
Let's
But
get
also
ahead of the
don't.
story. Kevin ends up on the highway, separated from
Kevin,
all of
no.
us, and we're just like, I guess we're gonna find him later. And he ended up showing up, but it's like, yeah, Kevin definitely was alone on the highway, just on this goddamn.
That is
moped.
so fucking dangerous.
Yeah.
That is so stupid.
It was
and
very
dangerous.
scary. It was a dangerous hobby. Someone said.
So, but do any of you guys have dangerous hobbies? We're just talking about.
I like jumping off
motorcycles
cliffs.
now.
And it never ends well.
That's
So
cool.
again,
I
I was in
do.
Hawaii. It was very stupid. We shouldn't have done it.
We'll just say you're a cliff diver then. How about that?
But he's not.
I'm
No.
not. I am though. I do it. Anytime there's a cliff that I'm like, I've seen someone else jump, I'm going. I'm not a good
That's
swimmer.
a dumb thing to do.
It's
Have
really
you told?
dumb.
You haven't told this Hawaii story on the GameOverGreggy show.
Nah, maybe no one will ever hear it. Maybe that's just my story. No, I'll do a vlog.
I was like, what are you talking about?
it's gonna happen.
You don't know this story yet?
No.
How many else goon
What?
friends almost drowned?
We like
in
literally.
Hawaii?
My friend Danny almost died
Why?
Did dolphins
we
save
jumped
you?
off a cliff.
Yeah.
No,
In a
beautiful
place that we
native
shouldn't.
women in
Right.
thongs.
I
he said,
googled
and
it
I'm
the
not
next
lying.
day. The
Is there
next
an
day.
undercurrent?
Tell the
it was
fucking
like-
story, story,
it's not
story, story.
It's a podcast. It's all audio. Tell a story.
All right. So to boil this down, there's this place called China Beach in Hawaii.
That sounds dangerous.
Sorry, it's not China
Racist.
Beach. It's China Wall.
China
Wall.
Fucking more scary.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's not China Beach. It's the Great Wall of
It's
China.
fucking China Wall. And it is, I now know, after Googling it, that it is where the most drownings happen in Hawaii.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, that's fucking great. We get there, and it's on the list of like cool places you should go and check out. It's the best sunset view. It was the best sunset view. But that's when things took a turn.
Sunset of your life.
We're on this thing, and it's literally, it's just like a 90-degree angle rock.
That's terrifying.
And the ocean is, the waves are coming at it not straight, like, so they're not crashing against the rock, they're crashing away from the rock. So they're wiping you off the rock if you're trying to rock climb.
Wiping your
That's
corpse
terrifying.
right off the...
Up the damn rock.
Yeah.
And it was very scary watching it, and we're like, oh man, it'd be cool to jump in there, but it's probably too scary. And then like we turned the corner and there's like all the locals there.
Kevin just I like to think that during all of this, Kevin is
still
lost,
on the Vespa.
somehow wound up in Mexico. Like he was off Hawaii.
Pretty much, man. That's
God
how it
bless
felt.
him.
But we're all there, and then we see these locals, and like they're fucking beautiful. Everybody, it's like
everyone's in a
they
thong,
all look like
man,
Chris
woman.
Hemsworth or
Oh my God! What? Which
Gal
island is
Gadot,
this?
and I'm just like, what is happening? It was Oahu,
Okay.
Waikiki. I don't know. I'm just saying words.
You're
Well,
saying
pinpoint that
Hawaiian
location.
words.
So
for
they
me.
were there. Honolulu, I think, was the island. There's different cities involved. We're there, and we just look over. I'm like, these people are fucking beautiful. I'm like, we don't deserve to be here. I'm in my chubbies, and I don't look good.
Chubbies are dope.
And we're just there, and
chubbies
we're
are
just looking at
cool.
this shit. There's a sunset. I'm cool. And then someone's like, hey, they're like, you should jump in. And then they all jump in. I'm like, fuck, they look super cool.
These
I
are your
wanna
friends
jump
or the
in.
natives?
The
The
natives.
glistening natives.
They go, and then they're like, hey, so here's the deal. When you jump in, you got to make sure you swim out, because that current's going to come. You got to wait till it dies down. Then you come in real quick and get up that wall, and you'll be fine.
Right.
And I'm like,
These are all people who grew up in Hawaii
For
and
the last
swim
30
like fucking
years.
I'm like,
I've
that
been
sounds
doing
really
this.
scary, but you know what? And we all, do that thing where it's like, I'll do it if you do it. I'll do it if you do it. It's like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna. Eventually, we're like, we're gonna fucking do this, right? We had like 6 people, and we're like, let's go. We're gonna all do it together. That was where we made it.
Did you all hold
A
hands?
critical error.
Really
So they
bad
tried to
idea.
make us hold
No, no,
hands,
no, no.
but I was like, that sounds too dangerous. I'm not gonna do that.
Is this the natives again?
No.
Because it sounds like they're like, just jump, we'll hold your stuff.
we love
They just
tourists.
take everything.
They're like, do you think we're gonna get caught? No, they're all dead.
So we're like, we're gonna fucking do it. And it was like, cool, 3, 2, 1. We all go and we jump. And it was so much fun. 20-foot drop. I was like, this is cool. This is so great. And then we're in the water, and then all of a sudden the waves start. And I'm like, this is really hard to swim. Oh fuck, this is kind of scary. And all of a sudden, just terror struck, and I could look around. I just see everybody, and I'm like, we're all gonna die. Like, why did we fucking do this? And we go to get on the rock. There's only one way to get up the rock, and it's like not easy. It's rock climbing.
Wet rock climbing.
Wet rock climbing up this fucking algae covered thing, and I'm just like seeing the water crash against it. I'm like, this is how we all fucking die. And the moment of realization I had was when I look and I'm like, why did 6 of us jump when only one of us can go up at a time? And of course, we didn't listen to the people. Instead of swimming away and letting the waves go, we panic and get fear. We're like, we got to get to that fucking wall. So we all cling to the wall.
The wall is life. Yeah.
Bad call. Very bad call.
Well,
Yeah.
life.
What we should have done is had 2 people go at a time.
Yeah.
I think they could have helped each other.
Maybe
Right.
leave a
That
couple
would've
people
been
just in
cute.
case they had to call 911.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. But then, so now these people, 2 of them get up onto the wall. Kevin was one of them, because he's Kevin, he's fast. He gets up, someone else gets up,
best.
and meanwhile, me and my friend Vince are just getting fucking slammed down there against the rock. My entire left side was just sliced up, cut up. It was very bad. I have bruises everywhere.
Were your chubbies okay?
My chubbies were fucking great.
great
I looked so good in my bright pink chubbies. So we're there, and I'm getting just thrashed. And I'm like, this might be it. This might be how I die, but whatever. Most of it's on camera, so that's fine.
Good.
And then when it got even scarier is when all the locals start screaming, get off the rock, get away from the rock, get away. And I'm like,
That's
oh
terrifying.
my fucking God. So we start going into even more panic mode, because I'm like, but the rock is life. Like, I need
Right, the
this
rock is
rock.
life, yeah.
So I try to get away from the rock, but then I realized they're not talking to me. They're talking to people that only went halfway or 3/4 up the rock, and were scared about us. So there's a bunch of our people that are trying to help the others up, and they're still standing on the rock until they weren't standing on the rock, because that motherfucking wave came, knocked them back into the water against the wall, and I'm like, this is the way this ends for us all.
Happy fucking marriage.
They might want to put a
James.
sign up
You're
or
the
something
only one who
that
made
says
it back.
don't.
And at that
jump into the
point,
water here.
the real Tim Gettys hit in, and I'm like, I have one goal, and that's getting up this fucking wall. That's all I could think of, and I fucking did it. It hurt, and it was really hard.
What about your friend?
I remember I grabbed the wall
that?
for a second, and I saw a wave coming, and everyone was like, get off the wall. And I had this moment where I'm like, if I let go of the wall right now, I'm going to fucking just get washed away. I'm like, I'm going to cling to this thing and let this wave just fucking hit me. And it was an okay decision because they hit me and it fucked me up pretty bad on the wall. But then once that ended, I fucking, thank God, I'm
You gotta take
semi part of the climbing community. I got up there.
Dangerous hobbies.
But then I looked down and eventually we all get back up. Kevin gets back up. Everyone gets back up except for my friend Danny. Poor Danny. He's just down there.
Rest in peace.
And he just starts like, he starts talking. He's like, I can't do this, guys. And it's just like, this isn't good. Like, fuck.
You like, cool. And then obviously,
Bye, dude. And he was just trying.
Getting cold out here.
And
We gotta
that
go
the
home.
waves start getting even more and more. Like we jumped at sunset, which is the worst time to do it. Shit got so bad, and it was very fucking
is like
scary.
high
Natives
tide.
just like
And
let
then-
down their hair and pull them up.
Then all of the natives, I swear to God, it was like the scene from Wonder Woman. They all just fucking dive in, and it was the most beautiful array of people I've ever seen. It was like Baywatch. Everything turned slow-mo for a second. They all dive in. There was like 6 people around. You're gonna be okay, bro. What's your name? And he was just like, Danny. Like, hey, Dan, it's gonna be good. Like, you're gonna be fine. Just keep breathing, man. Keep breathing. I'm like, you guys are making this worse. Like, we were all up there fucking scared, and eventually, like, Paula's like literally just burst into tears when she saw Kevin in the water because she was just fucking scared. It was horrifying. It was so bad. Danny eventually gets up, and they go, man. And thing for people to know, my friend Danny, very Chinese. They go, hey man, you're the king of China.
Oh,
You're China's all-star. And I was like,
that's amazing.
I mean, I appreciate that you guys saved my
Like
boy.
Chinese
but, like,
American,
This
you
seems
mean.
kind of like just a weird thing to do. And then one of them's like, hey bro, he doesn't mean it in a racist way. It's China Wall. He's the king of China Wall. And I was like, oh, okay. Because that was weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, people almost died. And it was,
that's a great.
It's a nice
I
little
haven't been able to
racist
sleep
top
at
off in the
night
end of
without
that
thinking
story.
about it.
Wow.
It was very
So you're
How long ago
traumatized.
was this?
When you
was
hear the
traumatized.
toilet
2
flush,
weeks
you
ago.
remember China
Oh,
Wall.
that's it.
Yeah.
That's fire.
Oh,
She is hot on
It was really bad.
Are you still banged and
Yeah,
bruised?
my foot's all cut up. It sucks, man.
That's
But it was totally fucking worth it.
No, it was not worth it.
It was so
it?
much
It's
fun.
not.
Yeah. Oh
Okay.
yeah, I would totally do it again.
It's not that reaction
without
I
6 people
expected.
though.
Okay.
Like do it the smart way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would totally do it.
It's a smart way.
It's a thrill.
Just one on one.
person
Yeah.
at a time.
So
If you die, they
one
just
in,
go
one
half.
out. Blood in, blood out.
Blood in,
Yeah.
blood
Dangerous
out.
hobbies. I also went skydiving.
Yeah.
Don't
That's
recommend
fun.
it.
Did you go
Oh, you don't
skydiving?
like it?
It hurts so bad.
When did you go
I liked
skydiving?
it.
In Hawaii.
Oh shit.
There's a fun video I can show you of me looking like a baby coming out of the
Oh, that's
plane.
awesome. So you never want to do it again?
My videos got the
No.
cheeks that are like,
yeah.
yeah, it's really good. Yeah.
Did
you-
it
have
hurt
you-
when the chute opened?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very bad.
Yeah.
I made the mistake. I was an asshole,
you-
and I was like, I'm just gonna wear my swim trunks and a tank top.
Oh, my
I
God.
should have padded the fuck up. I have bruises in my armpits and my whole dingling area. All
On
of
the
it.
ding ding?
It's just
On the
the
ding,
doink,
the ding
doink.
dong,
It is doink,
ding
doink.
dang.
Have you crashed your motorcycle? Have you put down a motorbike?
I have put down a motorcycle, yeah, a few months ago.
Was it bad?
No, I was only going like 15 miles an hour and somebody
Gotcha.
slammed their brakes on, but my head went into the curb.
Helmet.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was good.
Yeah.
I was good. Minor fall.
Okay.
No biggie.
Yeah. I'm not gonna do motorcycle ever.
So no dangerous
No.
hobbies for you?
No.
Anything?
No, I don't
What
want
about,
to skydive. I don't want to.
shucking crabs.
Sure, I shuck
crab-
oysters. That's fine.
Shucking
I cut
oysters,
my
you
finger
could cut-
peeling at the house party. And,
slice the shit out of your
Yeah,
head.
yeah.
It
And now
was
you're doing a
scary as
cooking
fuck.
show, right?
Yeah,
So that's
yeah.
dangerous.
No, it's only dangerous for how much alcohol he drinks during it.
That's what
now,
I mean.
Greg, you bicycle though around San Francisco.
I do.
That is a
that
dangerous
is technically very dangerous.
Yeah,
That is
but
probably
I
more
take
dangerous
all.
than
I got
riding
my
a
helmet
scooter or
on. I got my
motorcycle.
precautions. I'm taking the non-crazy roads.
You have a helmet that you bought at a fucking
Yeah.
at a bike
KB
shop.
Toys.
No.
AB Toys,
No,
1996.
You look like Herbie.
It was at a
the
Toys
Love
R
Bug.
Us,
That's
and
true.
you bought it because it has an American flag on
Yeah.
it.
No,
it looks nice.
no. It is
You don't
Evil
wear-
Knievel's helmet.
That's
That is what it
love
looks like. It
that.
looks like Evil
I love
Knievel. It was
that.
either that or a giant watermelon.
But now
But
that
you
I
don't
ride
wear-
motorcycles and I get on my bicycle, because I did that for 4 years,
Yeah.
I realize how completely unprotected I am. I'm going fast. I'm weaving through traffic. I'm wearing nothing but a tank top
Oh,
and
on your bike.
chubbies. No, I don't know chubbies. I should get some though. And then like a dinky little
yeah.
helmet from
Sure.
KB Toys.
Yeah, I always
That-
look at
it's dangerous.
bicyclists, and
I
I'm
would
like,
say
you
you're
guys
good.
are slower moving. Cars don't. I hate to say it,
And
but
we're
cars
dicks.
do not give a fuck about bicyclists. They just don't care.
It's so stressful when you're driving and you see these guys. You're just like, well,
I think it
guess
counts.
I'm going 2 miles an hour now.
That's
I
why
think
when
you
I
nailed
ride the
it.
bike, I'm sticking only to bike lanes. I'm way off. Maybe I'm in the park.
You're all
but
about the rules.
I fucking hate driving. Like that's the thing. Like when Jen wants to go up to like Muir Woods or like Stinson Beach or all that
nice
jazz.
place.
It's beautiful, sure. I fucking hate the drive because it's all windy and shit. And then you go on the weekends, and sure enough, there's like 90 bicyclists there.
Yep.
So that's when you're like, yep, I am going 15, or I'm gonna chance it and go around, and then there could be oncoming traffic and all this other shit.
Shout out to Denmark, which I was just at. Very bike friendly town.
definitely.
So much so that it actually has a walking lane, like a
And a
sidewalk,
biking lane,
then a bike lane that's like elevated, and then the actual road.
And there's barely any road. Like you're talking about like Amsterdam. What cities?
No, I was in Copenhagen, and I
Copenhagen.
was in some of the cities up north that were like
Denmark,
smaller. But
yeah.
even those, like most of the cities that we went to, because one of the like when you're at hotels, they're just like, hey, you want a bike? You can check one out.
Yeah, I know. It was in Copenhagen.
So we ended up biking around all over Denmark, specifically a little bit northern on the peninsula. But we
very
biked,
sweet,
and we
not
just I
dangerous.
felt totally safe. Like my wife and I
great.
were like, let's just keep going and see what's there, and we'll eventually figure out our way back. Like her cell phone worked, so it wasn't like we're gonna get lost or anything. But at no point did I think like, hey, we're in Soma and there's no bike lane and we're gonna get creamed by a fucking car or some asshole. No, it was always just really cool.
Yeah, no, I don't do the dangerous stuff. I mean, even like like
live longer than the
Jen and her
rest of
sister
us.
went off hiking. You know what I mean? They went down to
Like, that's
Yosemite. I'm
dangerous.
like,
There's
no,
bugs.
don't. Exactly. I'm not getting
There's
Lyme disease.
poison oak.
Fuck Lyme
Yeah,
disease.
not getting
dude.
Lyme disease.
I try
No,
to
thank
fuck
you.
with that.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think
Yeah.
the most dangerous hobby I have, and it's limited because I don't get to do it much, but I love playing in waves. I just love just being in there,
You're a poor
roughhousing
swimmer
around.
though.
The ocean's
Yeah.
great, but
I'm
you
not a
don't-
great swimmer.
You don't go in the ocean much, do you?
My dude Curran, though,
dangerous.
within 5 minutes got stung by a jellyfish.
That sucks.
He got
Where?
hear that hurts.
Where did he get stung?
on his ankle.
All right.
Not as dang.
Someone pee on it?
Is
Are you
that a
supposed, aren't you
thing?
supposed to pee on it?
Yeah.
No, he was fine. He didn't need to pee. You only need to pee if it has like some type of allergic reaction.
I thought that was like an urban legend. Is that really?
No, I
not?
thought you just pee on stuff. I mean,
I did pee on things.
Just
That's sure. Just let it
I mean,
go.
I was
pee
ready.
on it as a rule.
Yeah.
He had more than enough people ready to pee on it.
Oh
if
god.
necessary.
He'd have been like, stop peeing on me. I'm like, no, I
Please.
gotta go. I
He's
can't pick
on,
it up.
he's on the plane home,
even-
and like
you
people are
didn't
just
even get
pissing
near
on
my
him.
ankle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
You're like, oh man, that swimmer's here
Trying to
now.
help you.
Tim,
Yes.
what's your topic?
So,
And Sloane,
recently,
you go whenever you have to.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to leave in 10 minutes.
Okay, that's fine.
I have to pee. I'll be right back.
I need your answer for this. Recently, I was at a bar, and I saw two people having their kind of first date. And they, of course, I'm eavesdropping. I'm listening to the conversation they have. And they start having their first, questions of like, oh, so what do you do? Like, oh, all the basic stuff. This motherfucker busts out with, what's your favorite apex predator?
Is it the woman or the man
Fuck
who
yes.
asks?
The man asked.
Damn it.
And I was just like,
woman asked.
that's a weird question. That's
great.
Like, that's fucking weird.
Yeah, real.
So I want
weird.
to ask you guys, what's your favorite apex predator?
What are the printouts you have?
So here's the thing.
Are you
I
going to
have,
define?
I have documents.
you-
I want to define some things.
Oh, you have documents.
An apex predator, also known as an alpha predator or an apical predator, is a predator residing at the top of a food chain upon which no other creatures prey. Apex predators are usually defined in terms of trophic dynamics. Trophic is just the different classes of the food that they eat. Meaning that apex predator species occupy the highest trophic level and play a crucial role in maintaining the health of their ecosystems. One study of marine food webs defined apex predators as greater than trophic level 4. So we're talking some real
We got
serious.
category 5 on our hands.
Category 5 trophic level.
Apex predators affect prey species population dynamics, where two competing species are in an ecologically unstable relationship. Apex predators tend to create stability if they prey upon both. Interpredatory relationships are also affected by apex status. Non-native fish, for example, have been known to devastate formerly dominant predators. One lake manipulation study, that doesn't sound like a fun thing to do,
No.
found that when
dangerous
the
hobby.
non-native smallmouth bass was removed, lake trout, the suppressed native apex predator, diversified its prey selection and increased its trophic level.
Wow.
So essentially, these little dudes, the lake trout,
Yeah.
they were nothing. No one cared about them. No one was scared about them. But once the smallmouth bass were gone, they're like, oh, we can fuck up people. They fucked up everybody. And
Gotcha.
they became the apex predator of the sea.
Oh wow.
Whoa,
okay,
or
okay.
that
Or the
lake.
lake,
at
yeah.
least,
And
I
there's-
don't think that- I don't.
And there's been
Pretty sure the orca
question.
whale
There's
trembled
been
in fear
question
at
over the
trout.
years about the status of Homo sapiens as an apex predator. It's a complex subject.
We
though.
are.
There's no
If
agreement.
technology died and we didn't have any guns, I feel like we'd be fucked.
We still have sticks and sharps and
Sticks
our
and
thoughts.
stuff.
You know what
Our
I mean?
thoughts,
We
our
have
wit,
sticks and
our
sharps.
wit,
We would get 'em.
wit.
If we all needed to, we could take down a gorilla.
as a unit.
No guns. Yeah.
As a unit,
Like
definitely as
like
a
it's
unit.
Destiny raid. We're
Yeah,
all like
exactly.
power level working
Exactly.
on our stuff.
Destiny raid.
He puts one of
our
us
way
up
to the
into
top
the
of the trophic
right,
levels in the
shaders.
apocalypse.
Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
perfect.
Exactly.
Good answer.
I know my answer, but I'm gonna wait.
What was the woman's answer?
Oh.
Did she play along with this, or
No,
was she like,
was not down.
Wow, that's when you go to
She's
the
like, what the
bathroom
fuck's
and you
that
never
mean?
come back.
we should have hung out with this guy. This guy sounds like he'd fit in
Yeah,
on the
bring him on
show.
the show.
Yeah, I don't know.
Girl,
So here's my thing.
Yeah.
I want to guess both of your answers.
Okay.
It's the same answer.
Mine's easy. What?
Shark.
No.
Oh, I'm happy your answer's not shark. Because I feel like shark's the lazy answer.
What's yours?
Sharks are fucking
Komodo
cool.
dragon.
What?
Komodo.
Is the Komodo
Oh.
dragon
You
an
bet your
apex
buns
predator?
it is.
Do you know that?
Look it up. Yeah, I do.
I'm questioning your dragon
Look it
knowledge.
up. Google it
I'm
now.
not questioning your
Wikipedia.
dragon knowledge. I trust you.
Thank you. But I also like. I mean, lions are great.
Sure.
boa constrictors, top 3 favorite apex predators.
Okay.
I love that you just have answers.
I just love animals.
Because for me, I can't think that hard, so I just shark is my go-to.
Oh, so that's why you thought it was going to
Also,
be. All right, cool.
I'm gonna guess sperm whale,
No.
which is also an apex predator. But what's your
Interesting.
favorite?
Sasquatch.
Oh my god, that's a brilliant answer.
Yeah. Prove it's not real, Tim.
You're right.
Extinct
You're right.
apex
I couldn't
predators
even
count.
try. I couldn't
Is
begin.
Is
it
he
extinct?
extinct?
Exactly. We'll
It's
figure it out
interesting though,
together.
because I printed out
He's
these
real. He's
Wikipedia
real.
things because like there's a bunch
What
of,
do you have
Wait
here?
a minute.
Yeah,
there's
what
a
are
bunch
these?
of just different apex predators, and some of them I didn't really know would qualify as an apex predator. The saltwater crocodile. It's like, all right,
Come on,
I get
duh.
it. It's the largest living reptile.
It eats
Okay.
Floridians.
I'll give it to that. Yeah,
big is
true.
Or is that-
Yeah, it says that. It's like it's the dominant predator throughout its range. The related Nile crocodile, which even preys upon great apes, which include humans and chimpanzees, is at the top of the food chain
What great
in African
apes?
waters. That's scary. Imagine a crocodile taking down a big ass monkey.
Yeah.
Big ass monkey.
I ain't down with that. Wolves.
I'm down with that. That's cool. Wolves.
They
Those are
operate in
great.
packs, so it's like apex predators.
Sure.
are great.
Sure.
That's scary as fuck.
What about
Tiger,
Big cats.
killer whale, the electric eel.
Love
So
that.
essentially, just think about any
Love
animal
that.
you've ever fought in a video game. It's
Gotcha.
probably an apex predator.
Gotcha.
I wonder if scorpions are. Scorpions should be.
I think scorpions get eaten by
Scorpions are
stuff.
just, they're weaponized though.
Yeah, they're weaponized, but they get eaten by stuff.
But then those
I don't
things
think
die
they're.
afterwards. It's like, joke's on you, you stupid fucker.
Do they die
I
afterwards?
don't think they die. I think you just get like a dentist style numb mouth.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah, scorpions are like one of those things that
Just
are a
silly.
bit overblown. They're a little bit bitches of the animal kingdom.
That's what I was thinking.
Because they
That's
should be in
exactly what I
charge.
was thinking.
They should be in charge of everything, but it's just like pinch, ping,
Oh, 6
and you're
hours
like
of minor
squash,
pain.
or something else eats it.
If
a
a
frog will
scorpion
eat
was
it,
in
man. I've
this
seen
room-
frogs eat scorpions.
Really?
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
That's cool.
And like on the internet, like I
So
guess
are
happened
frogs
next to me.
apex predators?
Apparently.
Yeah.
God.
What if scorpions in this room? What?
I'd be fucking scared as hell.
Dude, scorpions are terrible.
Scorpions, I've said this before, but scorpions are like somebody that was designing a video game boss and it became a real thing.
Nature,
those
nature
things-
is
Why?
great.
That whole thing is just there's a mouth to bite, there's claws to pinch, and then there's a fucking
cool.
tail just to add insult to injury.
cool.
When I
And then
was-
there was the fucking scorpion from Honey I Shrunk the Kids that was horrifying.
the
Killed me.
They killed the
claymation.
When I was in
scorpion.
Morocco, we were camping out in the desert, and they had examples of what to avoid.
I'm
up on
going
the
there for
wall.
Christmas. Oh, am
And
I going to see scorpions?
There's scorpions there in the desert, and they're not huge. They're actually only about that big, but apparently they're very
Potent.
potent. Yeah,
It's a dangerous
And so they're like,
hobby.
"Yo, if you see one of these, don't fuck around." At least that's what I thought.
Don't
It's like-
poke it
Don't
with a
fuck
stick.
around.
Yeah,
You're
they're
going to
just like,
poke
"Don't
it with
fuck
a
around."
stick.
And then that
Don't.
night, my wife and I in our tent, we were like, "Okay, we're gonna go to bed, and this is gonna be great."
brought some
but there's only
scorpions.
like lamp light, so you're like, "I guess I'll put the lamp up," on the nip.
Right on the
and then
nip,
it's not,
see?
and then but the
Bringing up
whole
the
camp,
nips
the whole
again.
tent was white, and I looked over, and I shit you not, on the door.
See the silhouette.
Outside?
There was the flaps of the camp. Like,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
tent,
yeah.
With its
Flaps
red
like that.
eyes glowing.
gigantic black spot, and I'm like, I wasn't there when I walked in, and I'm like,
Did you
are
flick
my eyes
it?
playing tricks? No, I'm like, are my eyes playing tricks on me, or is that a giant bug? And if that's a bug, is it deadly? And all these things start going through your brain, and finally, like, I grabbed my phone and I shined it on there, and it was a gigantic fucking beetle. They have these
Oh, that's
giant
cool.
beetles.
Scarabs, man.
But I
We
was
saw
like,
the mummy.
oh,
We did.
It is,
Well,
and that's what it looked like.
everybody's seen
And they're
the Brendan
terrifying
Fraser
looking, but
Mummy
they're
classic
harmless.
film.
Yeah.
And so I,
like, all right.
I kind of
It's
like
just a
caught it,
beetle.
and I caught it, and then I threw
Wait,
it
so it was
outside.
inside your tent?
It was sitting on. Yeah. It was,
Was
like
there a
just- it was like
scorpion inside the carcass of the beetle?
No, that would have been like,
Turns out scorpions are punk ass bitches.
no, but it was when you're a city boy, you don't
Sure
see shit
are.
like that. I mean, the beetle's the size of my fucking hand. I felt
Cool.
like, and I was still like, I know they don't bite, but I tried.
But you were terrified.
Yeah, hell no, man.
And when I threw it with so much force that I'm pretty sure I almost threw it at my shoulder. I was like, get out of here! Try to get
Don't
it like
you
30
come
miles
back.
away in
Nick
beetle.
Scarpino.
Comes back with his
duration.
boys.
It's going to come back with
Wait,
all its
30
boys.
miles in beetle duration?
Yeah,
so like 30
yeah.
miles for the beetle?
Yeah, for the beetle,
As the beetle walks.
30 feet. For
As the crow
The
flies.
beetle walks. 30.
All right, interesting. I got that.
40 feet.
Recently, the Filthy Casual people found a scorpion, and they were taking pictures of it, and they had a black light, and they put it over. And scorpions look really cool in black light.
Everything looks really cool in black
Always.
light.
Scorpions are
No.
like, they just fucking glow. They look crazy.
Does.
The
We stayed in a sex
the
dungeon,
python,
miss. Everything looks cool in black light.
You're
the
right.
giant squid is an apex.
Giant
That's
squid's pretty dope.
amazing.
Because remember when they didn't think it was real? They didn't think the giant squid
And it's
existed, and then they
giant.
found
It's like
it.
the size
Joke's
of
on
a
you.
bus, right?
Sorry, I know you probably already did this, but for those of us that were in the potty,
Oh.
apex predator doesn't have any natural predators in its habitat.
Yeah, essentially.
It's pretty
the
much like
top of the food
defining.
top
It
of the
eats
food chain.
things
Got
and
it.
it defines
in its
what things
ecosystem.
do well
It's
and
the
don't do
badass.
well. And it's yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes, yes.
The driver ant. So that's where I'm like, interesting.
You ever seen one of
An
those fuckers?
apex? No, I haven't. But the apex predator
Have
can
you?
be an ant.
If it's the ant I'm thinking of, I saw one in
Is
Costa
this
Rica
the
once,
ant?
and they're like this big, and when they pinch into you, they don't let go.
Oh.
And so you have to like
I've seen YouTube videos
pull
of this.
them out, and like I forget how you're supposed to get them out, but they're fucking they're huge, and apparently it hurts a lot.
So it's not not that. It's also known as the saifu. They're
Saifu.
intrepid predators
Saifu.
that kill prey several hundred times their size. Despite their blindness. And
They are the
smallness-
daredevil of the animal
And
kingdom.
the smallness because they are the
Using
size
nunchucks.
of just normal ants.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
that's kind of fucking horrifying.
That's really cool. I take down
This is
like
due to their
birds and stuff.
size of their swarms. So it's a group activity. All right. Excruciating pain from their bites keeps larger animals from attacking them. All right.
Oh, I've heard of that. David Attenborough taught me about that at some point. It's very cool. You guys watch that Planet Earth stuff?
Yeah, seen it once or twice.
I
A
saw
little
one
bit.
Sigourney Weaver
good stuff.
narrated because I love Ripley
Yeah,
from
yeah, yeah.
Aliens.
Well,
Sure,
who doesn't?
sure.
The Eurasian brown bear.
Cute.
Let me see a
Bears
picture.
deserve
Let me
it.
see. Let me see a picture of this guy.
You know what's
Yeah,
cute? Baby
he's
bears
just kinda
flopping
chilling with
around.
some
They're just
fish.
covered in fat. And they just
Yeah.
jiggle.
They
You've seen
fuck
them?
up.
Oh,
They
I've
fuck
never
shit
seen a
up,
baby
man.
bear jiggle.
they're so cute.
Google it.
Google the
They jiggle.
jigs.
Google the jiggly baby bears right now, everybody listening.
Great white sharks, obviously. Which,
Natch.
again, the
Kinda
go-to. The polar bear.
Duh.
Okay.
I think a polar bear's is kind of nice and
Yeah, but that's because
chill.
you like Coke.
Yeah.
Because you like
Because
Coca-Cola
you
too
like
much.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Because it's
Yeah.
like the moment you see a polar
anthropomorphize
bear
that.
with
Yeah,
that's not white,
definitely.
it's covered in red. You're like, oh shit, that motherfucker.
It's
fucked
just a
someone's
cover.
day up.
It's
he
just a
just
polar
fucked
bear
up a
covered
seal.
in blood.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Man, all those seals, they're dead. The Tyrannosaurus Rex was one,
Duh.
Sure.
and that's pretty damn cool.
Natch.
Man,
Yeah.
that's so cool.
There's a lot. I'm excited.
Oh, this is
about
fun
Um,
for me.
what's your favorite?
The whale shark.
Oh, yeah, you haven't answered
Oh,
yet.
sorry,
You
we
haven't
all
picked-
answered.
Oh, what's my favorite? Like apex predator.
We've got Komodo dragon.
Okay.
We've got shark.
Shark.
We've got
Sasquatch.
Sasquatch.
I don't think that's a real.
They haven't proven them. Yeah, they haven't proven false yet.
They haven't
This
proven
is-
them real
you're
either.
Gonna,
I
here's
don't
the
think
thing.
that's how
A
science
lot of
works.
people's face were red when the giant squid
Nobody
popped on
knows
the
how
scene.
science
So
works.
if you want to be
It's
like
not
that, go
proven.
ahead.
That's true. Then I vote for the Loch Ness monster.
Nice.
There is a. I don't know if she's a predator
Nessie.
or not.
Herbivore, actually.
No, that's fair. Okay, let me go back then. I will say. I'll just say the lion
Dope.
because those are fucking cool to watch, like hunt shit
like
down.
Lion King, Lion
or the
Simba,
cheetah.
specifically.
You
I
know,
don't know. I mean, lion's not on this list.
Really?
There's a tiger.
I'm pretty damn sure lion is.
I think
pretty
I think they
sure.
put the
King of the
tiger on there,
jungle.
and they were just like tiger lion. Everyone thinks they're the same.
They're the
thing.
same.
What about the
thing.
hippo?
Leopard, cheetah. The
Hippo-
hippo?
Not
It's the world's most
I've heard
deadliest
hippos
creature or
fucking
whatever.
blow up.
Yeah,
Have
yeah.
you watched hippos eating watermelons on YouTube? Again, just you guys use the internet?
Sorry,
No.
my
Do you look up
apologies.
animal
Not as well as we
videos?
do.
Like the
Tim
rest of us in the
slacked
bathroom?
me
What?
a video of a kid running around, and the mom goes, "Hey, what do you got there?" The kid goes, "A knife," and the mom's like, "Oh my god!" And that was it.
So good.
and it was so good.
Messed
The
up.
bald eagle. I've seen them fuck things
Yeah,
up.
they fuck
I get
things
that.
up.
The American alligator. So alligators get 2 shout outs here. The Tasmanian devil.
Cute.
Which doesn't look like you'd think it looks.
They look like honey badgers.
Let me see.
Really?
They
Yeah, I
look-
was gonna
they
say
look
I don't
like
know.
ugly little pigs.
Pass it around. How dare you? Oh, like a hair.
Oh, giant otters on
giant
here. That's
otters.
neat.
I love giant
badger.
otters. You've seen
Oh, the
them
honey
cuddle?
badger,
They're
you've seen
so
that.
Where's the
Oh,
Tasmanian devil?
beautiful.
Oh, right here.
Honey
Yeah. Okay.
It's like a
Okay.
raccoon.
But like
I
different
love
colors.
raccoons. It's
Raccoons
not
are dope.
not an
I think
apex
it was-
predator,
No,
but they
not at
have
all.
tiny
They're dumb
people
as hell.
hands.
I had a nightmare the other night about a raccoon. If I'm lying, I'm dying.
Go for
If
it.
I'm lying,
Where-
I'm dying.
Where this raccoon was
Spray
coming
and
at
pray.
me, and I was trying to scare it off, and I was like, ah. It was like in the house, or like it was somewhere it shouldn't be.
Slapped you in
Obviously, I
the
was like,
face,
get out of
yeah.
here, bah! And it just kept coming closer, and I was like, oh,
Is this a dream?
yeah, you're either gonna have bugs on you, or I'm gonna get bit and get rabies. I'm like, I don't want this. They're cute, sure, they're really cute, but I don't want to interact with them.
Do you follow Pumpkin the Raccoon on Instagram?
I do not.
Because Pumpkin the Raccoon wears dresses. I don't know how I feel about it, but
Joey's
also.
stoked.
Yes!
Okay, we got a pumpkin the raccoon fan.
I'm gonna have to check that out because
yeah.
I just recently there's 2 Instagram feeds that I follow that I love. One is
Dick
Sausage
pics.
Dog Central, fantastic.
Sausage Dog. Is
Central.
Portillo on
Yeah,
that?
yeah, Porty.
And then the other, I think it's called something like Thunder Piglets, and it's just little tiny pigs.
That sounds,
And
that sounds right up my
I'm trying
alley.
to. I'm working on it. We're at about what I would say
Nope.
10% efficiency
Wait,
for me
with what?
convincing my wife to get a pig.
Oh
those
my
little baby
God,
pigs?
yes.
Well,
What
I'll
type?
never
Show her that
Belly
the pig
teacup?
twerk
My
video.
God.
You know what I'm talking about? With the
Twerk,
Rihanna,
twerk, and it's
and the
scratching his
little-
butt on the little
yeah,
table.
It's amazing.
Okay.
You know, they
Little
get
pigs
big,
are
by the
cool.
way. Just
Yeah, that's the
FYI, they all
Yeah,
get
but
big.
D will
my
never
brain,
allow this. Don't worry, he'll
my
never get
brain,
it.
no.
10% first off is him
How about baby
overestimating where we're at.
goats? Baby goats. Get
Oh,
goats.
the goats. I would of
Whatever.
animals that I would love that are not
Yeah.
predators and total non sequitur. I would like to have a camel at some point.
That
Camels
is
are amazing.
the most ridiculous
pickles
thing
and-
you've said all day.
I met 2 camels in Morocco when I was there. Pickles and Pumpkin,
Pickle.
and they were amazing.
great names.
It was this little tiny riad we were staying at, or where a casbah we were staying at, rather, where they had their own little like animal farm, and all the animals were named.
Could you
started
cuddle
P.
with them?
Yeah, I mean, the guy was like, "Yeah, it's Morocco." You're like, "What the fuck? It doesn't matter."
You could do whatever
you
you
walk
want
up
to them.
Yeah, they're just there. They're in the
Whatever.
stables.
They're gonna
You
do
walk
whatever they
up and
want
like
to
pet
you,
them and
though.
stuff.
It's fair. It's
But they
fair
were all
game.
P
Apex
names.
predator.
Yeah.
Everything was a P name.
I love that.
Even the goat was called like Petunia or something like that. It was
Petunia
like
the
Pickles
goat.
Pumpkin Petunia. It was great. I was like, I want this for my life.
The honey
Give me the name
badger
of this place.
is
I
interesting.
can go.
So the honey badger is a
I'll
fierce
tell you.
predator capable of holding its own against such predators as snakes, big cats, bears, hyenas, dogs, and humans. It gets its name from its ability to take honey and the bees that defend it. Its prey also includes cobras. I feel like the
Damn.
moment that it's like, oh, you're
That's
just known
cool.
for taking down cobras.
Yeah.
You
Or
deserve
just not you being too
Was
cool.
it-
Honey badger's cool.
Honey badgers don't
Honey
get
badger's
fucked.
cool.
Honey
No,
Honey
I don't
badger
know.
is cool, but played out. Because
Well,
the whole
the
video
honey badger
happened.
did not
yeah.
choose to be on the internet as a meme. You know what I mean?
I
The
know.
honey badger doesn't
The
use
meme
the
chooses
internet.
you.
Wait, but was it the honey
Yeah.
badger that did the whole snake through the cobra fucking canyon thing, or was that a different?
No,
animal?
no, that was a lizard running through a
That's
Cobra
lizard.
Canyon.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
okay, and
Yeah.
that was narrated by
Planet
David Attenborough.
Yeah, yeah.
The new Planet Earth
think it
2.
was
Good
amazing.
stuff.
Episode.
You know-
No, lizard's still
Before
alive.
we go on, I have to leave.
Okay.
Okay.
We love you. Thank you for coming.
I love you
Been
guys. This was
fantastic.
lovely.
No.
This
You're
was
my
really
favorite.
nice.
Well, now
Apex
you're
predator.
cool, like I said. So put on your helmet before you leave and walk through here and just be fucking cool, Sloane.
Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Bye.
Thank you. Love you. You bring up all the time that I am joyless and dead inside when I talk about like I don't like Christmas and I don't like the Disney stuff and all this other stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think you have a leg to stand on in those arguments. But one of my things that I've noticed about myself is that just animals and fish and shit don't do it for me anymore. Where people have that, like when you were a kid and you loved it and blah, blah, blah. Like when Jen was still visiting, obviously. We went to the San Francisco Zoo once. I was like, all right, this is all right. You know what I mean? And then recently we went to the Academy of Sciences. They do that like, hey, come get a drink at night and stuff. And it's fucking whatever the hell. And it was totally like, all right, well, this thing's like a worm, but it's a fish coming out of the water. Great. I touch a starfish.
Never have.
I think that you
Whatever.
have to have a little bit more of an interaction with the animal than the zoo. I don't think the zoo is the best place because you're just looking. I think you have to actually be able to touch the animal and interact with it. And I think that's like then you might start feeling the kinship that humans enjoy with the animals. You know, like there is supposedly a petting zoo somewhere in Marin that I've been meaning to take my
Pear's
wife
house.
to. It might be Paris.
You can go there and pet his children.
Should we go there tonight and pet his children? No. But I mean, I don't know. I didn't actually give 10 shits about animals until I went to Morocco and like rode a camel and like spent time around other animals like that. And I'm like, oh, I think human beings are supposed to be around animals. Like I think we're supposed to like. There's
That's why I
some
got
weird.
Porty.
I mean, that's probably why you like that so much because there is I don't know what happens biologically, but I'm sure like people have said that when you pet dogs it lowers your heart rate.
Yeah.
Things like that. So
It stresses me out.
Why?
I don't trust dogs.
You don't
Animals
trust dogs?
freak me the fuck out.
Dogs
because
are like more loyal than
I
Kevin.
feel like they can just snap at any moment.
No.
I don't know what they're doing.
What's Porty gonna do?
I don't know.
He's gonna
He'd
snap,
fuck you
he's
up,
gonna-
man. He'll bite you.
Yeah.
He'd fuck
Fuck
you
him in the
up.
fucking eyeball.
Yeah, well, yeah. I'm not saying he's like unbeatable.
I'm not, yeah.
It's not like he's like
He's not
He's not the
unbeatable.
apex predator of my house. I'm just saying.
every time he moves, he pops a fucking joint. For Christ's sake! God damn it! You got me
He is
this
old.
time, Miller.
He is old.
The last one I want to bring up is the leopard seal. It's also
Leopard seal.
known as the sea leopard,
Okay.
which is kind of horrifying.
That's
when you think
terrifying.
about it.
The leopard
It's
of the
a
sea.
giant fucking seal. It's called the leopard seal for its leopard-like teeth,
Got it.
cunning ferocity, and I don't know the difference between ferocity with a V and ferocity with an FR.
It's got a big ferocious appetite and it's
Yeah.
furious.
Furious.
Yeah.
And agility. Even if they look a little like leopards. They take a variety of prey down, including such large animals as penguins and seals. Which I don't think of penguins as large, but
Emperor
big.
penguins.
the emperors, you're
I think
right.
they're pretty big.
Both of which are formidable predators in their own rights. Never thought of penguins as predators.
They eat fish.
Here's I think my big problem with the animals, not these apex predators, but trying to think about why I just don't give more of a shit about animals, right? Is I don't appreciate that not every animal can be domesticated and be cool, like a cat or a dog.
wolf.
You know what I mean? A wolf, sure. Even a monkey. You know what I mean? Like these things still
Those videos
could.
of monkeys being pretty damn cool. Like when you were talking
Sure.
about the gas station in Morocco or in Thailand,
Yeah.
like I expected a monkey to bring it. I've seen that. Shit.
That could happen, but you have to be careful. Monkeys can't be domesticated.
Exactly,
You
because
think
then
they
there's
can,
the
but they will
911 call of that
freak out and
woman
eat your face.
screaming as her friend's face is eaten by the pet monkey
They'll
she
freak
had
out.
for like 30 years.
See, that's what I'm
This
saying.
monkey's like fucking gave birth.
One day, the dogs
was
are
a
gonna do it.
midwife to the first
Everyone
child.
trusts
Yeah, it's just
man's
fuck
best
it.
friend. Dogs are gonna snap one
No,
day.
dogs aren't. I mean, they are. I mean, that
Dogs
can
snap
happen.
every
Yeah,
once
that
in a
happens
while,
all the time.
It's
I
gonna
got bit by
happen
a
at
dog.
once. All the dogs.
Oh wow, it's just gonna be a communicative thing. Porty would warn me. He
There's a
wouldn't just
comic
do it.
about this called Animosity.
Okay. Oh,
You should
you
read
told me
it.
about this.
I
Yeah,
highly
yeah.
recommend it.
Yeah.
It's just the
That's
day that
why-
the animals are like, fuck this.
We should not allow any dog to exist that's not a lap dog. Because lap
Sure.
dogs are stupid, they're docile, they're by nature
want
just,
you to think
they're
that.
not alphas. Right? They just like anytime anything bigger comes, they just go, here's my belly. They just turn over. Here's my
Sure,
value, right?
that's true too.
Every once in a while, I've seen Portillo try to get on as a fucking high horse with a bigger dog. It doesn't work out well for him.
No, it does usually. And the other dog's like, "What the fuck's wrong with this psychopath? All right, go do your thing,
Let
man.
him go.
Jesus,
he's
fuck."
like a bum fucking asking for change on the sidewalk.
It's like
right?
Joe
He's-
Pesci coming at you with a knife. You're like, "All right, man, just
All right,
fucking
dude,
go away."
just be chill.
Yeah,
Love
I
you, my
dogs.
cousin
Cats, I would expect that kind of behavior
I do
from.
not fuck with cats, man.
Cats are terrifying. They're smarter than
Look
they
how
should
cool
be.
she looks. Cool Sloane making her. We're gonna make an appearance here on the show in a
Sloane,
second.
come in.
Again, she's
Watch out-
already
watch out for
cool.
the thing I don't want to
Yeah,
hear.
Look at this. Look at this. Look how cool she is, huh?
Master Chief.
Yeah. Bye.
Ride safe.
She's pretty fucking cool.
She's really cool. You ever think you mentioned polar bears?
Andy, you wanna come
and
talk
that's
about
something
predators?
I don't fucking think about often, right? Is a goddamn polar bear. How weird is it that they exist?
It's
huh?
pretty
You ever
weird,
look at these
dude.
animals around us and you're like, look at this fucking thing.
It's so weird.
This
And
thing's here.
then all those people are like, they're not actually white.
Yeah, their fur is transparent.
I just heard
right?
something interesting about polar bears, actually. So polar bear, this is gonna sound like total bullshit, as I just like fucking.
As you
barge
start
in.
giggling,
For the audio listeners, they're just like, what's happening?
Yeah, well, because it sounds weird, because it's like, all of a sudden I have polar bear facts. Like, what's
Sure,
going on
yeah.
here? So, apparently, the Arctic is dying, right? Like,
Oh, yeah.
Good riddance.
fucking good riddance.
I don't know. I just thought it was a cool thing to say.
So the polar bears are losing their
Never
ground,
liked
right?
Florida
They're
anyway.
losing all of their ice or whatever. So the
So it's like PUBG for polar bears?
Yes, exactly, dude. So fucking scientists are predicting that polar bears are going to start like encroaching towards the land, and
Yeah.
they're going to start preying on caribou, and they're going to have like a fucking battle with grizzly bears to see who survives.
Fuck you. That's the coolest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
I like animals.
By the way, you're drowning while this happens.
Yeah. Well, by that time we'll all be underwater.
Oh, so we're not going to get to see this?
I don't think so.
I mean,
It's not going to be like, this isn't going to make it to UFC.
a few of us, a
309.
percentile that moves in the middle of the
You'll
country
be
and then
caught in
prepares
the
to
battle.
fight in the giant bear war.
I would not last long.
For
in the bear
clarification,
war.
they're on UFC 221. So
Okay.
309 is not that far away. I hope to God this is after that.
The great fucking bear war of 2120.
I mean, there's nothing. Honestly, when you think, we've talked about bears more than I thought we ever would as
Sure.
being weaponized things on the show. But there's nothing cooler than riding a bear. Like the idea of bear on bear warfare, and the idea that
okay.
it's polar bears versus grizzly bears, like they're gonna fucking fight. Like that, it excites me. You know?
guess-
Yeah,
My
well, it's
money's
because
on
like
the
they're
grizzly.
desperate. The polar bears are like, we
Yeah.
gotta eat, and obviously the caribou are the main source of food to grizzly bears in whatever area that it is that we're talking about. But so yeah, man, it's gonna be.
It's gonna be quite a
Strap
show.
in, man. Yeah,
I'm
You know
fucking
what I
excited.
mean?
Pay per view.
Dude, man.
I'm
I'm
just
super
weird.
down.
That's pretty amazing. I got to give it. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say the grizzly bear is gonna win that fight, especially if it's in the grizzly bear's territory
that's
because
the
they
thing
have
is-
natural
But
camouflage.
I don't think they're
got
gonna
lots of
expect
things.
it. You know what I mean? We're reading.
But you're
the
gonna see it
internet.
coming
They're
from
not.
4 miles away because you're like, what is that giant
They're
white spot
transparent,
coming
Nick. We
towards
just
us?
went through this.
That's true. They do. They're like the predator. They're
Yeah.
just passing for the trees, just like.
Yeah.
Well, the grizzly bears are probably gonna win because they're not as famished and as like. The polar bears are weak at this point. They're desperate.
Sure,
you know?
sure.
It's gonna be like fucking Walking Dead. Like people are like looking for supplies,
But they're polar bears.
but they're polar bears.
All right, yeah. You sold the show to AMC right there. You know what I mean?
Fucking great. The problem is it wouldn't
Bear
get
the
to
Walking
the
Dead.
war until
Can you
season
bear it?
8. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, now it's like Game of Thrones. Yeah.
What is this topic about? What are we doing?
Polar bears. Yeah, we were just
Apex
talking about
predators.
Apex
What
predators.
was your
there
favorite
a bear in
Apex
Game of
predator?
Thrones recently?
What's
two
my
bears in
favorite
Game of
Yeah, they
Apex
were dead,
predator?
Walking Dead bears, right?
There's a Walking Dead bear, and then also Brienne fought a bear at one point.
Did she really?
Yeah, in like season
Did somebody
40.
already make a Jared Fogle joke?
Who's that?
Yeah,
like
no,
to catch a
no.
predator.
He's like, yeah.
Well, he was.
No, we didn't.
He's not the Apex.
He was for a while.
He got
Not
motherfucker got
anymore,
caught.
though. Not
What a
anymore.
bitch.
Now
He
he's in
did?
prison.
Yeah, Jared
Where?
Fogle,
Yo.
Subway
yes.
guy.
Oh,
Eat fresh.
I thought you're talking about the To Catch a Predator host.
Oh, Chris Hansen? No,
Oh,
he's still out
Hansen.
there catching,
Chris
but he's out there. He
Hansen.
isn't.
Remember, do you
God's
remember
work.
that episode of Cheaters
Where
where
he
like
gets stabbed?
supposedly the host got
Joey.
stabbed? That
Oh,
was
it's not.
fake,
Oh
right?
no, that's real as fuck. Joey Greco got stabbed on Cheaters. Oh yeah, that's
Oh
real.
no. Okay, no, he did get stabbed, but then he got caught cheating.
Oh, that I don't know about.
Like, I guess afterwards or whatever. You become what you hate, Craig.
Don't stick around too long.
guys- you said
Chris
sorry.
Hansen, beware.
The one thing that I needed to say, because Kevin isn't here, so he can't make the joke, but when I pitched my topic of Apex Predators, he did make the joke that Nick is the Apex Predator because you molest children.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, that's inappropriate.
That's
Jesus,
I don't.
Kevin.
I don't molest anyone who doesn't have it coming.
Jesus Christ.
If you didn't know, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Game Over Greggy show each and every week. 4,
That's the one.
sometimes 5
That's the
best
one.
friends
That is
gather
the one.
around
I should
this
I
table.
should clarify that was a joke, and the only person I molest against his will is Andy, because Andy secretly likes it. He says that he blinks it in Morse code, but he is of age.
That's the one.
Greg.
Stop touching my nips! God! If you like that, you can get everything early at patreon.com/kindafunny, including cooking with Greggy at a rock bottom easy price to handle. Go give us some bucks. Got no bucks to toss, no big deal. Head over to youtube.com/kindafunny, where you get the entire show topic by topic, day by day, until it goes up as one big video in MP3 the following Friday. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, it's been our pleasure to serve you.
Let us know in the comments below whose side you have in the Great Bear War of 2023.
Koalas.
It's 21-20.
The unknown factor.
They'll be
They're not bears.
Grizzlies and polars will be going at it, and you'll see
Koalas aren't bears. They don't make that noise, and they don't fly. What are you talking about?
Why do they sound like that time? Why does it sound like the time that Spock fought Kirk?
the other bears would instinctually know the shit's up.
Like, oh,
They've been like, fuck, dude, we got to band together
got
because
these
these flying
koalas
koalas.
coming in.
Get cover.
It's them and their homies, the flying squirrel.
There's a YouTube video called Bear Force 1. Watch it. It's fantastic.
Watch ours,
Joey,
100
can you
bears.
bring up? Do you know how to
doodles.
bring up the comments?
Bye, everybody. We'll see you soon.